Sports Podcast. Evening and welcome back to another edition. God damn, that bug was big. Another edition to the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Talon New Year Save the Bear Taylor. I got my homegirl with me, Caitlin, aka KK. Do you love me? If you with me, if you say what's up to the people one time, KK.
What's up? I knew T since we were young.
Well, no, she's known me since we were young. But listen, it's another En Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. We're coming at you live and direct from Sharkys. So you already know what that means. It means it's another hump day. It's another Wednesday, which we got another big show for you guys today. We're going to get into Embiid calling out his teammates. I didn't even write that down on the dossier, but I got it written down in the topics. We'll see. This is 2 shows in a row where I'm trying to get to this. We can see if we get to Embiid calling out his teammates. We got a Blue Chew promo code for you guys. You know how much you guys love the Blue Chew. All night long, all night. Yeah, I got that Blue Chew promo code for you. We got Heat Game 1 on here tonight. You guys see what we're facing. You guys already know we switched it up. I pulled the Missy on you guys. I flipped it and reversed it, right? I'm no longer on that side of the counter. I'm on this side of the counter, right? We fully flipped it and reversed it. So we got Heat Game 1 over here tonight. We may talk again about Trigger Moran. You know what? I'm a little obsessed. I'm a little perturbed. There was somebody I was gonna ask about John Moran, and you know what happened? She left. But you know what though? We're gonna see if we can we're gonna see what the people feel about John Moran.
We'll try to get her back, or everybody, right?
Listen, she left.
Somebody. We'll get somebody.
Don't worry about it. Listen, don't worry about that.
There's mad flies out here.
We'll still talk to the people. We'll still talk to the people about it and see what the people need. But I had somebody that specifically who wanted to come on here and possibly talk about that John Moran topic. You know what though? She ain't here to talk about it. We still gonna talk about it.
She ran off on a plug.
Birthday people. You know we got the birthday shout outs coming at the top of the podcast. So you guys already know. I'm gonna give you a fair warning now. Get your drinks ready. Get your beers, get your liquors. I put that away. Like get your beer, I told you to put it away. Get your beer, get your liquor, you get your joints ready, you get your bowls ready, you get your rings ready. Whatever we do, whatever we does it, you get it ready for the birthday shout outs coming out at the beginning of the podcast. And if you guys are ready, you guys know how this goes. If you know somebody had a birthday yesterday, if you know somebody that got a birthday today, you start tagging them, right? You start adding them in the podcast. You drop me some orange and blue hearts. That way I know that I need to go ahead and start make sure I add them in this shout out that's coming up. We got the NBA lottery to get into. Man, we got so much. Like it's a lot.
Oh yeah, the NBA lottery. We gotta talk about that today.
Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. I almost left something else.
These flies are crazy.
Yo, these flies are not.
That's why we need to go back to New York. That's why he loved the Knicks.
Yo,
we gotta go back.
Listen,
we gotta go back, baby.
These flies aren't just crazy.
They out of control.
Like they're disrespectful, but they're attracted to the light.
Disrespectful.
They're attracted to the light. Right? They're attracted to the lights, camera, and action, which a lot of people are. Like you can't blame the lights.
Right.
You can't blame the flies for being like any other natural warm-blooded or human out there. But you know what though?
Wait.
Hold on 1 second. I got something for this.
You ran off.
I did run off because listen, I need protection.
Look at my protection.
Look, I need protection.
Listen, look at mine. I need protection. Give me a better one. I don't want to return it.
You turn this sideways?
This is terrible. Yeah.
This is covered in sideways?
Shit.
Listen, I'm going to see my
This is some ghetto shit.
Listen. I'm giving you something you ain't had before.
I think this is better. This will work better. Way better.
All right. I'm giving you something you ain't had before.
We're back. These flies are
I'm still here. We still going through the intro. We got the NBA lottery to get into, right?
Yes.
We got the NBA lottery. There we go. We got the NBA lottery to get into, right? We're going to talk about what's going on, what's next for the Knicks, right? We got MyT trivia. Oh, yeah, folks. We got our trivia coming up. We're going to do trivia at 9:07. We're going to do trivia at 10:37. So we're gonna do 2 trivia segments today, right? And you know how the MyT trivia segments go. This is your opportunity to win a gift card to Sharkys. We're gonna talk about the coaches that have been fired. We're gonna get into the word on the street with KK. I think I already said this. We're live at Sharkys. You guys see it. And also, since we're talking about Sharkys, we're talking about bar food, and we're in a bar fight. We're going to talk about the Joker playing with his food. We have all that and more. Come, God damn, that was a mouthful.
Sharkys have pretty good food.
And God, yes, they do. Yes, they do. But we have all that and more coming up next right here on the MyT Sports Podcast. But you know what we say here, regardless of the time and regardless of the weather, it's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast.
You play to win the game. Come on.
You're goddamn right you do, Coach. We play to win the game. So let's get started. Woo! We're back at it like a sports fanatic with the MyT Sports
Fendi.
Podcast.
That's 100.
What the fuck Fendi got to do with this?
No, that's a Fendi. I said that's a Fendi. That's a fact. That's a Fendi. You from New York?
That's a
Fendi.
Like, yo,
That's a fact. That's a Fendi.
That's my boy.
We need a shot right here.
That's my boy.
That's a Fendi. That's a fact. That's what I meant. New York. That's not New York shit.
You see, you see it. Right? You see the hostility.
Look how crazy this is. We still in here. We gotta cover the fly. We want to go back to New York.
You see the hostility already popping up here on the podcast, right? You see that. You see we already see we got our big Nick energy rolling up on this. What?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, because I gotta use the restroom.
Fine. Right, you already see. Okay, stop. I don't have time for that.
No, wait, pause it really quick.
I can't. I'm live. Okay.
Pause it really quick. My pants are.
Just go. You don't have to make it. Just go.
See.
I don't know. Just do what you do.
Sorry, I fixed it.
All right.
My pants, they ripped a little bit. I'm back. No, it's okay. I slid my pants. I was like, no way. No, it's okay. My pants are
All right.
good.
All right, so let's get into it, folks. We're beginning the show, and you guys already know how we do the podcast here. We start off every single show with a birthday party. And what we do here, we give a little birthday shout out to everybody. I don't even want to call it a little birthday shout out. We give a birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we was on the air. I prepped you guys in the pre-show. I prepped you guys in the intro, right? So I hope you guys got your peoples ready. Hey, yo, DJ MyT, go ahead and drop that beat for me.
Drop it down.
I need that a little bit louder. I ain't gonna lie. I need to feel this a little bit more. Hey yo, DJ MyT. Can I get a couple decimals? This is a few more. I want something. I'm still not feeling that. Can I get that just a little? That's an accident.
It sounds like one.
That's an accident. I heard a collision.
Yes.
I heard screech, boom, screech.
I heard.
I don't know if you guys know what an accident is.
MyT.
That was a full-blown accident. That's a little bit better.
Maybe dash down.
So if you guys know what we do here, we give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday. So last time we was on the air. Last time that we was on the air was on Monday. So we're giving a birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday yesterday and a birthday today. Let's get into it, right? Because it's your birthday. You said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right, bro, we got a birthday shout out.
Can you wait right here? The first one.
Right. First birthday shout out we're gonna give out to. Actually, the only birthday shout out that we have is to my homegirl Liz Cook. Her birthday is actually today. So I already know what goes on with Liz. What's going on, brethren? What's going on, brethren?
How you doing, right?
I'm good. I haven't seen you since the car show.
Something called
Yo, that was crazy. Yo, was that your first car show? Was that your first car show? Oh, that was my first car show. That was my first car show. Yo, I came up with so many free t-shirts. Man, I felt like it was Christmas. Like, you understand? Like, listen, I came with like 6 shirts, a tape ruler, and socks, and a can opener. Tell me that's not Christmas for a guy.
It's a fact. It's a Fendi. What we did? That's how New York is.
Okay, let me see. There's a parade in my city, yeah.
I just been
Listen, I had a clip. I had to take a clip out my pocket.
Cranberry.
Right. So let's get this birthday shot, right? So happy birthday to my homegirl Liz Cook. We want to wish you a happy birthday. We hope you party hard. We hope you enjoy everything. You regret nothing. But more importantly, you continue to stay MyT. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Can I give a shout out?
Is it a birthday shout out?
It's to
Then I gotta-
somebody that joined.
Then I gotta wait.
Somebody that joined the live.
Whoa. Wait a second. You give a birthday. You give a shout out, but not during the birthday segment. Not during the birthday segment.
No, but on your phone. On your phone.
You can give them a shout out now. The birthday segment is over. Give them a
I
quick shout
wanted
out.
to shout out to Brassy. I see you. What's up, girl?
Shout out. What's going on? Welcome to the Mighty Sports Podcast. We appreciate you joining us.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Listen, man, I'm a fool.
These flies are crazy.
I'm a fool because the only reason why the gun check sound effect is in the podcast lately is because of Yosemite Morant. It's because of Yosemite Morant. And I honestly thought I got everything out that I was going to talk about when it came to Yosemite Morant, but I was over here getting ready. I seen some peoples in the audience, and I was like, what we should talk about today? And the first word out of her mouth was, gotta talk about dumbass Morant. So, we gonna let him wait for a while, right? We gonna talk about it. We gonna get some opinions from the people, see how they feel about Yosemite Morant, dumbass Morant, Trigger Morant, whatever you want to call him. But right now, he officially. Now we're making fun of him, right? So I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna put him on a piece of poop award list.
All right. What are you gonna say?
So he doesn't get. So I haven't. You don't know about this. I have a pop award, right?
Yeah, I do know. You told me.
POP, right? It's called a pop
You
award.
did tell me this, but go ahead.
Right? And it's called the Piece of Poop Award, POP.
You did
Pop
tell me.
award.
Yes, love. You
Right?
told me. Yes.
And I'm not gonna go as far to give John Morant the Piece of Poop Award because he's just being foolish.
Right.
He hasn't done anything vile, right? We talked about this a lot on Monday.
Yeah.
But John Morant has officially now earned a drop on the podcast. Listen, there's a lot of people that earn drops on the podcast, like Jimmy Butler,
Yeah.
right? They're playing right now. Right? We got Jimmy Butler playing right now. So let's start there. Let's talk about Jimmy Butler. Let's get into our first topic of the day.
Go ahead. Shout out to my cranberry juice.
Now, first, let me put myself on the clock here. First topic of the day, put myself on the clock. Orange and blue skies.
Oh my God, yes.
Drop me some orange and blue hearts. You guys know how we do here. First topic of the day, Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, folks. I'll be irresponsible. I would be fully irresponsible to not talk about the Miami Heat right now. For a couple of reasons.
Why you feel like that?
For a couple of reasons. I'm in the city. We outside.
Sure.
You see what's happening?
Oh,
You guys see it?
I got into an argument because the Knicks were playing the Heat, and everybody was like downing me because I'm like, yo, you know we from New York. So that was another thing. Everyone's like, but we live here. But I was like, shit, New York is our hometown. So I was like, damn.
Oh, listen, they all know.
They know.
You all knew how I felt, but right now we outside.
We outside.
And not only are we outside, but as we speak, Game 1 of Miami Heat
Yes.
and Boston Celtics
Yes. This is
is currently taking place.
Yes, we're watching.
There is less than a minute left in the first quarter.
I think Miami's about to win. Now I'm going for Miami.
It's a close game.
Since the Knicks are out.
We have Boston Celtics just hit a 3-point shot
Yes.
to put them up 30-28.
Yes.
You guys already know.
We're watching them right now.
You guys already know. I always keep some kind of game on what's going on. Steph, me, right? Yeah, I always keep a game on here in the background. So nothing changes with me being live outside at Sharkys. Hey guys, you make sure you come down to Sharkys. Drink specials. We got trivia. We can win yourself a you can win yourself a gift card to Sharkys. You understand what a $20 gift card can do for your night?
Wings and all. Wings.
They got dollar wings tonight.
Fact.
Hey yo, how y'all feel about John Morant? Come over here. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come over here. Come talk to me. I want to hear what y'all feel about John Morant. Y'all want to talk about it? You just said something about sports. Stop it right now. Get your ass over here. You smoke over here. This is a smoke-friendly environment. This is a smoke-friendly podcast. I want to hear how y'all feel about John Morant. If we got Heat fans out here, I want to know what you Heat fans feel about your series, about your run, about your game. Let's talk about it. Come talk to me.
My brother doesn't even watch basketball, so when I started explaining, he said, "Who's John Morant?"
You serious?
And I started explaining it. He goes, "Oh, the guy with the gun." So that kind of stuff. That's my big brother. But he doesn't even watch. He doesn't even watch basketball. And as soon as I tried to explain it, that's right where his head went. Oh, it's the guy with the gun.
That's what I remember.
I know guns.
Right? It was on TMZ. The guy with the gun.
Not just once.
Exactly. That was two times.
One at a time. One at a time.
Two times.
So talk to me. It's just being an idiot.
As a gun owner, you don't flash your gun.
I agree.
And he's the star in a city that has crazy gun violence problems. You can't. It's like being on a Baltimore team and flashing guns. You can't. It just makes it look especially bad. If he played for the Bulls, it'd be especially bad. You know what I mean? You can't do that. It's even worse in a city like that. So I want to get some things out here so people can know. Did he break any laws? The first time, right? Did he point at someone the first time? The second time he didn't break any laws at all. Oh, okay. All right. So depending on the law that state in a public place, he may have, I don't know. The second time, not at all. Did he hurt anybody? He glorified flashing guns in a I'm not taking offense. I just wanted to put some things
He did not break the law, but as a gun owner, one of the things they tell you is you're not supposed to pull your gun unless you intend to use it.
As somebody that's military, you don't. Let me swap. Listen, let me swap this. I have a hard time ever bringing my gun in public.
He's not a criminal. It's not like I want him to be arrested.
But
He's a big enough star that what he does, people see, especially younger people, especially people from the city he's in. And
My man, listen to you. Come on, you're next. I want to hear. Come on, I want to hear. You too.
He's
Stand to the side. Stand right here.
He's not quite.
Stand over there. We go count.
What are you guys talking about?
I want to hear your opinion about John Morant. So I'm gonna let him talk. I want to hear what everybody thinks about it.
Dumbass. He is a dumbass. That's a good line. It's not a criminal. He didn't break any laws. He's an idiot, and he's a big enough star that his actions like that have repercussions, especially in a city with gun violence problems, especially in a city with teenage gang violence problems.
Now, okay, so I have a question. Do you have a problem with him carrying his gun?
No.
So it's the issue of
If he does what he did, his homeboys, I don't give a fuck. But to do that live on a video that's streamed where everybody can see it, dumb as fuck.
Now,
It is dumb.
come talk to me. Who's
Yeah,
talking?
come talk to our podcast.
Come talk to me. What else is it?
But I'll tell you, look, it's not. I'll say this that dumb as fuck is harsh. It's harsh.
It's not harsh.
What I'm saying is this. First of all,
You don't want to be on camera. You just want to
oh no, sometimes I'm fine. But sometimes
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Really appreciate
But
it.
sometimes
I got trivia later.
you gotta also
I get part of Sharkys.
it's all good.
Sorry.
You also gotta put people around you that care and have the best interest in your mind. Like he's rich enough and like whatever. He's got to put people around him that we'll warn him about this shit.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not just that. Like, he can get security, he can get whatever. But he also has to have friends around him that are going to say, you know what? Hey, this isn't a good idea. This ain't a good idea.
That's not a good idea.
Exactly. So, hey, surround yourself with people.
If someone makes a bad decision, we say, not good.
Right?
Not good.
Exactly.
If I see you doing something stupid, what I'm gonna do? Like,
Exactly. And that's
Well,
what
no.
So he's got to surround himself with homeboys and homegirls that'll tell him that.
Yeah.
And again,
I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with that 100%.
Exactly. And it's like, once you surround yourself,
Because nobody's perfect.
Nobody's
Bad
perfect.
decisions.
Nobody's perfect.
But if you're gonna make a bad decision, hey, and like you said, you're my friend, you're my
Yeah, exactly.
like, that's not good. Don't do it. You know?
Yeah, no,
You
absolutely.
need people that are gonna be your friend.
Exactly. And not only your friend, but people who
Like,
have
like
your
carry
best
you.
interests
Exactly.
in mind.
all the
Right?
time.
Exactly.
Like, I realize.
Exactly.
I said this Monday. Being a good friend is also knowing the bad habits of your other friends.
Yeah.
Because you have to know, like, damn, I may need to watch out for my friend in this situation
Right.
to make sure they don't put us in a bad scenario.
Exactly. And I know your tendencies, and I know, like, hey, you know what? Dude, we gotta back off here. Like, this is for your own good. Like, I know when you're getting this way, that I need to pull you back this way.
Yeah.
And then you build that rapport, and you're like, you know what? I trust this
Like,
person.
here's an example. Like, you like my best friend for a long time.
Yeah.
I said, I can't drink. I don't drink. I haven't drank for years. I'm drinking cranberry juice. And he's like, I respect it.
No,
Like cranberry
absolutely.
juice.
Absolutely. And that's what you gotta do.
So-
and that's what you do. But if you,
That's
if you
what a good. But if
yes, but you also have to have the wherewithal to be like, hey, you know what? I realize that, and this isn't Jaws' first run in with the same thing.
Exactly. That is the
Right.
second scenario.
So it's
Right.
also incumbent upon him to be like, hey, you know what? I have to, you know what? I have got to figure out who in my life is going to be there for me, not
Fair for me or not just there for the ride.
and not for a ride, and not just to say yes, man. Oh, let's go, let's party, let's do this, and let's, I don't care if
And
you
then
get
when
fucked
things
up.
go wrong, they'll be like, goodbye.
Exactly. I mean, hey, that was a good ride, but I'm gonna look for the next ride. No,
That's what a lot
no,
of people do.
right. But he's got to surround himself with people that care for him and really want, and that's tough for people to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to look for that. I mean, you got to look. He's got to have the self-love to do that too,
Yes.
right? It's so hard when
No. At that age, not so much self-love, self-confidence.
a little
Because you may not be confident in yourself.
Yeah.
I guess
because
self-love is self-confidence.
yeah, because
You're right.
sometimes because sometimes fake self-confidence, right? Fake self-confidence is
But if you
armor.
have a
Is
friend
armor.
to help
Is
you and
armor.
like, hey, don't
Right.
do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But fake self-confidence sometimes that's like self-cockiness sometimes
Yeah.
is different than self-confidence, right?
That's
Self-cockiness
100%.
is like, hey, you know what? I'm a man because I'm a man. So
Yeah.
like anyone needs to be. That's not
That's
not-
It's a party in my city, yeah.
that's not true self-confidence. Oh God, that's hilarious. And they're Knicks colors too. Look at that.
Yes.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Subliminal messages everywhere.
What is your name?
Mine's Arvin.
Arvin?
Arvin's amazing.
Shout out to Arvin.
Oh, I
Arvin
appreciate
cool
it.
as hell.
I'm a, you know what? You said a lot of what I said on Monday.
Okay,
Right? Like when I talk about this on Monday, because I feel like a lot of people feel like when it's either something that you learn older or you learn like I feel like you either become super self-conscious young and you realize it's at a young age the kind of people you want to surround yourself with,
Yeah.
or it takes for you to get older and run through a bunch of mistakes. I'm very fortunate to learn this young.
Yeah, well,
To learn that lesson young.
And it's so hard, because again, different socioeconomic situations, different like growing up in different ways, and all of a sudden you go from anyone
0 to 100.
0 to 100 real quick, right?
Think about
Okay,
it.
real quick. Yeah,
Real
great,
quick.
great.
Because y'all know it's not the only
Real quick.
he's not the only suburban kid that we know that goes to a more urban city
Right,
and kind of starts adapting the mannerisms
right,
of that urban
right.
environment
Exactly.
for no reason. And we've all looked at that suburban like,
Of course.
what the fuck is you doing? This ain't you. Stop it right now. Stop.
Exactly.
But sometimes they end up even being crazier than the people growing up because they always have to prove themselves.
Right.
Now I'm gonna say something, and I said it on Monday.
Okay.
And it's not too. It's
No,
not.
there's flies around.
It's not.
That's
You got the lights.
It's not,
why we need to be back in New York.
It's not
That's
to-
just wild.
it's not to let John Morant off the hook or anything.
Yeah.
But I feel in a way his boy set him up. And I looked at the video. And the reason why I say his boy set him up, there's a point in time when you watch that video. It looks like purposely he's not showing John Morant's hand. So I don't know if John Morant already has his gun out already, right?
No, but again.
But there comes a point where he puts the camera on himself, right? The last time we saw John Morant, there was no gun out.
Right.
He looks over at John Morant.
I'm actually.
Look at this. Look at this. He looks over at John Morant, and then he puts the camera on him, and then kind of drops it like, "Oh shit! Wait a minute. Are you telling me in that second when you because he didn't take his eyes off of him.
Right.
He looked at him, turned the camera, and was like, "Oh shit." So in my head, I'm like, he purposely did it and tried to play it off like it was an oh shit moment.
I hear that. And look, full disclosure, I didn't even see this video. Like, I mean, I had it like no volume on, like Sports Center, and I just kind of like glanced at it. But I still got the gist of it, right? I mean, I got the gist of it, and so the bottom line is we've seen the timeline, and like I don't even care to. I mean, like, yeah, I'll watch the video.
I'm about to show it to you right now.
No,
Shit.
No, I know, but it doesn't even like again. It doesn't matter. Like it's
No, because it doesn't matter.
right. But like the point is this. The point is he went through like his protocol. He knew what was going on. So now this boy, a boy of his, right?
Yeah, that's why I like how you said boy.
Exactly.
He's like, he's a fuck boy.
Whoa.
No, it's okay. I don't mind.
Leave it out.
It is. Look. Watch.
Right.
If you can see,
Yeah.
look. So look, he gives a little gun sign like a warning.
Right.
He looks at him, then he puts the camera at him.
Yeah.
Look again.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not his boy.
No.
Warning. Look. See, there's no gun out. He's not showing his hand. Warning. Gun alert. Looks at him, then puts the camera at him.
Where are you looking?
Then puts the look.
I know, but again.
Gun alert.
But again.
I'm not letting John Morant off the hook.
Yeah.
I'm not letting John Morant off the hook.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yes.
that wasn't an accident.
No, I understand.
Like I'm being hook detective.
No,
That's not an accident.
I know.
He needs to be fucked up.
I understand.
His boy needs to be fucked up properly.
I understand, but
A lot of boys need to be
but also, again, John Morant has to let you.
Because
There's a camera on. There's a camera anywhere near me. I'm the gun ain't coming out.
Like, oh, you got the moment I see him, put it this way. He make a phone out to make a phone call. I see phones come out. I'm like, oh shit, nope, not again. No, nigga, not me.
I want to bring one thing up.
Bring it up.
I see a hater, like, I'm not even going to say the name, nothing, but I see somebody join the live.
I'm not worried. We don't worry about that.
I know, but I just want to
You've already given them way too much energy that's deserved.
That's what I said.
So why are you even bringing it up? Stop it right now.
I just want to let them
You're
know.
focused on something different.
Exactly.
You see, like I said, this is the people that kind of John Morant needs in his life. Your focus is wrong right now.
Exactly.
And you shouldn't even be bringing up anybody that's a hater or anything else.
Exactly.
We have a lively
But
podcast.
that was the
I don't even know what the fuck a hater is. They haven't said
Exactly.
anything that was their
Exactly.
fault. So somebody
That
just
was the
joined
bring
to
up
see what the fuck he was doing. Don't do that again.
I was there.
Okay.
You know I was
All
there.
right.
That was one of the
Let's move on. Let's roll up and roll out. Let's roll up and roll out.
Yeah, exactly. Look.
So, as you said, right?
Oh, Miami's.
That's right. Mine's at 42-41.
As I was in the second, they got about a little over 7 minutes.
41, they're kind of tight game.
With a little over 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah. Well, we
It's
got a lot
like
of
I
time
asked
now. It's only
the
second
first
quarter.
individual when I asked about John Morant.
Yeah.
I asked two specific questions. I have to constantly make sure this is known.
Fair enough.
He didn't commit any crimes
Yeah.
because Memphis is an open carry state,
Fair enough.
right?
Yeah.
And he didn't hurt anybody.
Fair enough.
So no crimes. No. What he did was break the NBA's code of conduct.
Right. And
Which, if you're in military, if you're in certain
and his
jobs,
contract,
you have
and there's contract, and his contract too.
yeah, you have certain
Yeah.
behavior that's not now. Granted,
Right.
if it's not to say that the NBA has a problem with guns
No.
because they will allow you to post yourself with a gun on your Instagram.
Right.
They will allow you to send out Christmas cards with you and your family
Yeah.
gunned up.
Fair enough.
They will allow this.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But also for some of these other individuals, they're barely known.
Yes.
They're not the face of the league.
Right, exactly.
When they do a dance, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing the dance fully.
Oh, like the
But when they do the
Grizzly,
dance,
right?
right? I call it the Grizzly at this point in
the
time.
Grizzly.
He's out here. You understand? Like it's funny,
Fair enough.
right? He plays for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
The new for a gun is called Blicky, but I like to call it the Grizzly, right?
Okay.
Right. So
Alright.
he's a Grizzly playing for the Grizzly. Like I'm pulling out his Grizzly. And also, there's a new name for like hot dogs and cockroaches, also called the Grizzly as well.
Okay.
So he's a Grizzly with the Grizzly with the Grizzly,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
It's a parade in my city, yeah.
My homeboy that plays for the NFL, he asked how to join the podcast.
Send it to me on Facebook.
Okay.
Although it's funny, but
Instagram, you can join through Instagram.
you know Channing Crowder,
I sent you a link the other day.
Yes.
Send him that link if you'd like to join.
Gotcha.
And you know Channing Crowder, right? Like
Yeah.
he's
Oh, yes,
talking
I
to Crowder,
know.
the pivot.
Uh-huh.
But he would definitely say, like again, he would do the same thing with like when John Morant does some of that. He would say the same thing, dude. You ain't got friends around you, like you ain't got true because you have true like people that are there for you. Like yes,
Yes.
They're gonna
They
I love
protect you.
that
Exactly.
point,
That's
what he
what he always says. Like, and he's been a bad boy his whole life.
He's
right?
right about the true friends.
So like I said, so with John Morant,
Yeah.
it's the imagery of it, right? It's
Yeah.
because you just don't want to be in the club. You don't want so these other individuals, like I said, I mentioned other scenarios.
Yeah.
You can post your gun
Yeah.
in your house on Instagram. They have no problems with it.
Yeah.
In your backyard, at the gun range, they got no
Yeah.
problem with that.
All right.
Basically, what I'm trying to say, they have no problem with responsible images of guns.
Right. Exactly.
It's the irresponsible. There's no reason for you to be in the strip club waving your gun around.
Exactly. And look, it's not like this didn't happen to him 6 months ago.
Exactly.
Right. So
That's the club.
Exactly.
So now you're on the so let's call it the I-95.
Exactly.
I don't know what, but it's called the I-95.
Right.
You're on the I-95
Yeah.
and you're just driving, listening to music.
Wait.
Why do you need to pull your gun out?
I have
Exactly.
something to say.
Exactly.
Do you remember when Joel Santana got arrested in the airport?
Yes. Go ahead, but we can continue. Yeah.
He was stupid for doing that, and I love him. He's one of my favorite rappers, but he's same basically story.
Kind of, sort of, but
Kinda,
Joel
sorta.
Santana wasn't the face of rap.
And
What he was
I'm gonna tell you who was comparable though.
Yeah.
T.I. is.
Yes,
Yeah,
now they were together.
When T.I. So
And you give your
so
son.
when
Yeah.
had those 26 guns with silencers in his trunk.
Oh yeah, that was a big one.
T.I. was one of the face of rap. He had a Rolex contract. He had a beverage endorsement.
Right.
He also had, if I'm not mistaken, he was on the verge of also having like a sneaker deal.
And there are clauses in all of those contracts.
All of
Yes.
those were lost.
Yes.
Yes.
All
There
of
are
them.
clauses in
So
all those contracts. And even it's like you ain't hardcore unless you're hexacore.
Yeah.
And then he's like mega gigabytes, son.
Thank you, Dr.
Such a great
Watson.
commercial from T.I.
Yeah, so-
I love it, but yeah.
So T.I. is more comparable to John Morant,
Right.
where
Yeah.
he had like Joel Santana didn't have anything to lose.
Yes.
Like Joel
Joel
Santana did, Joel Santana for the most part
Yes.
has his rap career and tour dates.
Yes.
This helps rappers,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? But when it comes to when you become a rapper that now corporate America wants to endorse,
Yeah.
this hurts you. When you're so there's basketball players that can do this and get underneath the ring. Like I said,
Yeah.
responsible images of this they don't mind.
Yeah.
When you're a guy that
Yeah.
when you dance,
Exactly.
every little kid from here to Black Pakistan,
Yeah.
right? Czechoslovakia,
No,
right?
right.
Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia,
Yeah.
Russia,
There we go.
Pakistan.
There we go.
Like, but you understand?
I
Like,
understand.
you go full around the world. Every little kid
Yeah.
is doing the little grizzly that John Morant does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now
Well, that's a problem. That's
now
the issue becomes.
they start
right?
seeing you pulling your gun out at the club. Because now John Morant is so you know what? My favorite song came out.
Exactly.
To the club,
Exactly.
to the club. You understand? We had some songs where they didn't even allow you to mosh pit it. No, you guys don't understand. Hold on, let me tell you guys this, right? You guys are worried about pulling your gun out in the club to dance with it. We had songs where when they came on in the club, they banned us. They banned us from having a mosh pit. Little John songs, right? Like Big, what was the name? Not Big Punisher. When you farming in the
pun.
club, and you know there's a
Oh, wait.
No, that's not big pun. I'm a roll to the Chevy and I'm in the sun.
I can't think of it.
With no skit. That nigga came on, we couldn't mosh pit.
Yes, wait, what is
Yes.
his name?
We got songs where people are gonna be like, okay, let me pull my gun out suddenly. Man, y'all better stop it.
I'm gonna Google. Who's the hell sings? Hang on. I'm gonna Google it because now it's gonna bother me if I don't.
It's called it was big. No.
So I'm out. I'm gonna say who
Cause I'm
sings.
out here up in the trunk,
Hold
and
on,
you
I'm
know,
gonna look it up.
big earthquake. No, big
No,
perm.
I got his name.
It's a big,
it's
no,
not
big
Pun.
big perm. I said big perm's from
Oh,
Friday.
Big Perm. I thought you said Big Pun. I'm like, no way.
No, I know it's not Big
And
Pun.
you're from New York.
I know that's not big fun.
No, it's not. It's not. Oh, come on. Oh, that's a foul. Come on.
It's like earthquake. It's not earthquake. What the fuck is his name? Bone Crusher. Bone
That's
Crusher.
his name. I
Bone Crusher.
Look what I literally just Googled. So who sings? So I'm out here ready.
Oh, they got traffic jam out here.
Bone Crusher.
Can we screenshot this? This shit looks lit.
Bone Crusher and
I don't
Lil
need
Jon.
this shit. Yes. I'm not gonna sing because I'm gonna sound crazy.
It's okay. So shout out to the Heat right now, right? Let's take a break from John Moran, right?
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, look. Let's go. Tie game.
Right.
Tie game.
Actually, you know what?
47, 5:22 left.
Right.
I'll come back to you guys. Love talking to you.
Focus, please. You're worried about glam shit. I'm worried about sports shit.
I know.
Focus.
Nah, I'm not worried about
Broads,
shit. I'm worried
Broads,
about.
I swear. I'm trying to do
I'll
this.
knock your
This is
ass
what
out.
happens when you try to do podcasts with broads. Like she's worried about haters and pictures.
She's good.
That's why I can try you. I'm gonna try you as your best friend. That's what I do. Everybody knows I'm gonna try them. Listen, it's a couple things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try you and I'm gonna talk sexual. Like listen, I'm a nasty motherfucker. Listen, I'm a New Yorker, right? You said it's 8 billion times. I'm a New Yorker. This is how I talk. Women are broads when I get into my bag.
Fuck with me. Hey yo, tell him don't fuck with me.
Yeah, this broad is crazy. You
That's why he's gonna get fucked up.
But let's roll up and roll out, right? Let's not talk about John Morant for a second.
I was proud of you for a second. Proud of you. Not
Listen,
proud of you, proud of
It's always about my business. Right?
you. Me too.
And
Why do you think you invited me? Go
let's give a little shout out to the
Go
Miami
be
Heat.
paid.
Right? You listen, I've been invited her for 2 years now. You see, she's 2 years late on the podcast. I've been invited her for 2 years. Look at her. See?
Look,
This is the shit I be talking about. It's actually,
you know I don't do my broadcasting. Come on.
I know you do. I know you do. I know you. Listen, you guys got. Listen, look, you guys know I talked about Caitlyn on the podcast.
Yes. I don't. If anybody else,
I talked about. They know.
This is
Listen,
my
my
best
audience knows you. I talked about the opportunity that you blessed me with. Like you understand with Island TV. What's Buddy's name again? I forget his name. What's his name? Joe? Fucking I forget about you. Like you understand? Like I mean, listen, we talk about them.
But he's the manager.
But it still don't mean that I'm not gonna bust your chops though. None of that makes
But
you
I
bulletproof
gotta
for
talk
having
to you
your
later.
chops busted.
I can't even pause it because I gotta talk to you.
There is no pause. There is no pause. We live. We all the way live. If it ain't
I
sports,
want to tell you.
listen. If it ain't
I
sports,
can't even tell
if
you.
it ain't sports, I don't even want to hear about
can't
it.
even tell you.
Good. If it ain't sports, I don't want to talk about it. You don't even bring it up if it ain't sports. Because none of that shit matters right now. You understand? When we're here, none of that shit matters, right? When we are here, all outside bullshit is done. It's
Yeah,
gone.
but what if
So learn that.
What if I was to tell you this?
No.
Something really.
Because now
wait.
now you're trying to bring
I'm
outside
gonna
shit
tell you.
into here. Caitlyn, stop it.
What if I was about to tell you something? All right. Wait, listen to me. You're my best friend.
All right, let's talk.
What if it's something really important? And I can't say it on.
Cool. Like I told you.
Let me turn the camera off for a moment.
Of course not. The camera don't stop rolling once it starts.
I'm gonna say it right now.
You
Can I just
can
say it out loud?
tell.
So,
What I'm trying to tell you, Caitlyn,
I'm gonna
stop right now, listen to me as a friend, is that all outside distractions and outside bullshit does not matter within the 3 hours of the podcast. Listen, stop. No, when you're a performer, stop it right. Okay, let me teach you something. When you're a performer, right, and people watch you on camera, when you're a performer, and people come to
Yes.
watch you do a thing, right?
Yes.
Basketball players,
I don't
right,
want
right.
Just
Podcast
say it.
players,
Just say it.
sports
I'll
players,
talk to you after.
right?
Here.
All of your
I'll
outside shit.
Just say it. I'll talk to you after.
You know what I mean?
Go on.
And you can talk. You can bring it up if you
No,
want
I
to.
ain't bring.
But I'm letting you know.
It
But when you get here, it's the time.
ain't gonna
It's
go
the
good.
time for all of that other shit
It ain't gonna go
to not even
Let's
not
just
even
stop.
come to your forefront.
Let's just
So let's talk. Let's talk.
It's nothing
Can I
to
not?
do with
Can I not? Shit. I know that. Of course, I know that's nothing to do with
But
me.
it's
And if it
very
had anything to do
important.
with me, I wouldn't even give a fuck.
It's very important, but I'll tell you this.
We have to talk after the show. Don't
Yeah.
we? Exactly. Right now, it's not the time for that shit, is it? Is
No
it
way.
sports related? Is it entertainment related?
My kids
I
related.
mean,
Alright, here, I'm gonna give you a hint.
unless you
It's
just.
not kids related.
I mean, at least everybody got kids and everybody got problems. Unless you want
Nah,
to try to.
we'll talk later. Let's stop
Everybody got
talking.
kids.
Stop
Everybody
talking.
got problems. I'm just
You
saying.
stop talking
I'm just
now.
saying. I mean, let's say.
Let's stop talking. You my best friend, right?
Yeah. Okay. You said you brought it up.
Stop talking.
All right then.
Somebody's on your life, basically, that shouldn't be in there. That's all.
Everybody can be on my live. No, nobody cannot be on my
Hey,
live.
somebody's on your life
That makes no sense.
I'll talk to you.
No, see, that makes no sense. And that's when you have personal feelings. You understand?
You
My
know me.
ex could
You
pop
know me.
my ex could pop up on my live
You
right
know-
now,
wait,
and I wouldn't be like,
now
I wouldn't be
we're
like,
going
yo,
inside-
I got somebody
wait.
on my podcast
So
right now that
let's talk about
shouldn't be.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh shit! You wanna talk on the word of the street with KK?
Yes.
Let's get into it.
So
Let's get into the on the word with the street with KK.
So I was supposed to work for Jamie Foxx for Beach Shazam, right? The end of April, I was supposed to do Beach Shazam, me and my mother. Nobody knew about this but T. I think only T and nobody else I can think of because I don't really tell nobody my business,
Get into
my
it.
bullshit. So shut up. I love this man. But anyways, he's like my best friend I grew up with, whatever. So I was supposed to work with Beat Shazam with Jamie Foxx. They signed me everything. Now, if you know,
Now, but
hold
I got a
on, I'm
question.
gonna explain.
I got
Let me explain.
Okay.
Beat Shazam is a trivia game, and it's Jamie Foxx and his daughter, Corinne.
Now, what is it about? What kind of trivia?
So
Speak
it's
to Jen.
basically he'll play a song, and you gotta hit it quick. Like pretend he's my opponent. You gotta hit it quick. You gotta be like, I know the song. They'll just play a background music. Like say it's Grease, they'll play the background of Grease, and then you have 4 buttons to push. You gotta slam the button. Whoever goes first, they win. They keep on going, and you can stop at $1,000. But if you don't stop at $1,000, you keep going. Whatever. It's a long story because obviously nobody really knows about it. He only had 1 season. Jamie Foxx. He got sick. He was filming a new movie.
Am I getting it for a second?
Wait, hold on. I got casted 2nd season in Ireland. Me and my mother got casted because you always need a partner. So me and my mother got casted in Ireland, and he got very sick, and now he's out of the hospital. And Nick Cannon did take over his show, so unfortunately, since I was casted, couldn't do it because they had to cast a whole new strand of people. But Jamie Foxx is okay, and I'm happy because I love Jamie Foxx. I grew up with Jamie Foxx, and now he has a new show with his daughter Corinne. She's beautiful, and he's out of the hospital, and he's doing a little rehab. They still never released why he was sick, but hey, he's okay. And he has a new show to debut in 2014. And I think I'm going to try to go with him again. So that's it. And I'm going to bring my boy T.
I'm trying to be out there.
Instead of Beach Shazam, I guess the new show, whatever it is. I don't know the new show. They didn't release it yet, but whatever it is, it says a trivia show. So
Yeah, I heard
whatever
that.
it
The
is.
same thing too. It's going to be another music trivia
Yes.
show, which is kind of weird because Shazam. Well, Shazam isn't really a music trivia show. For you old heads out there, Shazam is very comparable to Name That Tune,
Yes.
right? So
Definitely.
basically, the concept is
You
right,
gotta slam the thing like.
is that they'll play a song, they'll play a beat, right? Like the instrumental.
Yeah.
And name that tune used to be like, oh, I can name that song in
That's what it's from.
3 tunes and 2 tunes and 1 tune. So it's not, they don't quite have, oh, I can name that song in 3, 2, 1,
Yeah.
but they have a timer on it. Like, okay, as soon as you play, like, bam, I recognize it. And now both you go up against each other, and you see which one if you recognize that song first.
And you play to win.
Well, everything
You
play
win
to
$100,000. But now you know who's playing it now? I told you
Nick
Nick
Cannon?
Cannon and Kelly Osbourne.
Well,
His daughter was taking care of Nick Cannon.
Well, let's see him out and put some flowers on his name, right?
He's okay now.
And send him some bigger because Jamie Foxx went from critical condition to now he's in rehab. And when he was in critical condition,
Yeah.
you sort of like it was scary because you guys go
Yeah,
to see
I
that
almost died. I love
they
it.
they started basically recasting him in everything.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Which is how we got Nick Cannon doing his current show, right?
It was only, hold on, not to cut you off, but he had 2 days left of his new movie. And since he got sick, they just put a stunt double. I don't think that was very good.
It really is a fly. It really is a fly. It's a
really
fly
is
right
a
there.
fly. It's like around my face. I have my cranberry juice covered with this.
I got my beers covered. I got both my beers covered.
But no.
So let's even talk about that, man. Big up to Jamie Foxx, right?
Oh my God.
For doing, but yo, Jamie Foxx is so damn talented.
He
People
is.
forget
Remember
sometimes.
Spider-Man?
Like fuck Spider-Man. I do remember Spider-Man.
Well, he was, what's his name? The one that was blue?
Yeah, he was the electric guy. He was electric.
What was his name?
Electric.
Electroman? Are you sure?
He was electric.
Who was
So
watching?
so
Are you sure it's Electroman?
listen, you guys can like drop. I'm dropping in the comments. I'm pretty sure it was
Are you
electric.
sure? Was it because he was blue? But I thought it was Electroman. Are you sure?
But
You're right. I'm just saying.
It's nice for me to say that all both. But people really sleep sometimes on how talented Jamie Foxx is. Jamie Foxx really is one of these.
Oh,
I would call him a 5-star entertainer, right?
yes. I
Where-
tell him a 10-star.
Where he can sing, he can act, he can do comedy,
Yes.
right? He can do action, he can do drama, right? He can be a host, right? And it was funny too, right? Because
And he has a beautiful family. Just on top of that.
ironically, I was driving here, and I told my Google to play some music, open up titles, right? You know, shout out to Jay-Z Streaming Service,
Right.
right? This somebody's trying to buy it, if I'm not mistaken, right? But they're lowballing him, and
Who, Jamie?
no, I'm Jay-Z. Right?
Oh,
I think they're lowballing him, and he didn't want to accept that offer. And I think
What song was it?
the courthouse ended up. You ain't paying attention. The courthouse ended up passing. That's what it is.
What song was
The
it?
courthouse ended up passing like some kind of a judgment that says that they can lowball him and practice unfair business practices. Right? It was weird as shit, this story that I saw. But back to Jamie Foxx.
English.
Right?
English.
It's crazy, right? Like, I'm driving here today, and suddenly I'm hearing she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Angels, Little Leah, let me get the party
Slow
up.
jam.
What it be? And even in that, right? Like I said, Jamie Foxx is so talented, but
Oh my God, he's
like-
such a nice person too.
and
he is
a super
an
nice person,
amazing
which really helps. But
I really like that man. Like he
He
has
can
a
go-
big heart.
that people forget about that he'll be playing a piano one moment, right? Singing a song in another,
That's,
and then acting as Shanae in the next, where he was completely. You understand? Making some greats like Tommy Davidson.
and the movies that
Like,
killed it.
You understand? Like
The
having him
movies-
break scenes
The
and
movies killed it.
like in sketch comedy acts,
Yeah.
right? And then I was like she was talking about like the movies as well.
Like, can you think, like, just his role in Spider-Man, that's a big role.
For him to get that role in Spider-Man was crazy because also
he was that was a big role.
I mean, he was the. I don't think he wasn't the lead villain, but
Yes, he was.
nah,
What's the pool guy? I can't. I'm
Electro.
Electro. That yes. You were right. You were right. My God. You were right. It was Electro.
I can't remember who was the lead villain because Spider-Man generally has several villains in the show,
Yes.
and I don't think he was the lead villain in that. I can't remember. I
Well,
can't remember that. I can't remember that.
In
But it was a hell of a role. But not even that.
anyone who
Like,
watched
but like I said,
it,
that's just him acting.
look it
Right?
up.
You understand? He likes to do action series. And,
Remember
and,
Power Project? Have you seen Power Project on
But-
Look at the Camera?
But us
on
being
Netflix? Have you watched Power Project? What? You're so off on this.
because I care about more about the sports.
I know, and I like the movie.
Exactly. Right.
It's the best friend thing.
Right. And and probably if you're a sports fan, Jamie
But he
Foxx,
is
one of
good.
Jamie Foxx's favorite movie probably comes from Any Given Sunday if you're a sports fan.
Yes.
Right? Because you remember him as Steve
But, yes.
as Steve and Willie B.
Even I knew that. Yeah.
Right? So he is one of the more versatile because also he's able to open himself up to it all.
Oh, of course.
Like I said, be able to do an action movie
Yeah.
like Any Given Sunday, but also after that turn around and do also Ray Charles, where he's singing and as well as playing the piano. But he's playing Ray Charles and he's singing and he's acting as a blind person, right?
Yes.
At that as well. That Ray Charles performance
I agree with that.
was spectacular. So I want to. It's almost like I
I
want
told
to
you
give.
I met him once in New York, right?
Yeah. It's because I want to make sure I give Jamie Foxx his
He's
roses
such a good person.
while he's still here because we almost lost him.
Yeah,
we
I
really
was
did.
scared.
And we almost lost
I
him.
was scared because I was like, no, not Jamie Foxx. Like I know everybody.
And he's super young.
He's
Like,
super
probably
young.
like 50 if anything, right?
And I just remember like my son watching like Spider-Man, like I told you 100 times. I would for real, like that's what made me really like him. And I liked his music in the beginning, but
listen, the Jamie Foxx
and
show.
the Power Project, I was saying, like I just love him. I think he's a good person. He takes care of his daughter and the Beat Shazam because I love music. So for him playing Beat Shazam and he takes care of his little girl, he's a good person. I think he has a good heart. That's all that matters.
Listen, I haven't had.
And he has a lot of talent. Music, movies, game shows. That's three things he brought. Music, movies, game shows.
And also he knows how to do impersonations too, right?
Yeah,
and it's so funny. So the reason why I enjoy I'm gonna pass it back. But part of the reason why when the song popped up and it was slow jams more than anything else,
Oh my God, yes.
because even in that song, when he goes Smokey Robinson, Freddie Jackson, Marvin Gaye, right? He starts imitating them.
A little bit, wait, you forgot.
What was it? Let me get this right. Like he starts.
Out of school, you.
Like he starts imitating these artists in there. So when he says Freddie Jackson, he starts singing like Freddie Jackson. When he says Smokey Robinson, he starts singing like Smokey Robinson. When he says Marvin Gaye, he starts singing like Marvin Gaye.
Yes.
So that's the, and I don't know if a lot of people even catch that sometimes when they listen to slow jams, but that's probably my favorite part about slow
That's a good
jams.
point you put on.
It's hearing him impersonate the artist that he's bringing up.
Like when he goes a little Benita.
Yeah, but there's no artist named Benita, right? But he goes, but he doesn't say, but no, he doesn't say a little Benita. He goes a little Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
He goes a little Aaliyah.
That's
Right.
my fault.
Right?
But he does say a little Aaliyah. Yeah,
So
Because it's dummy.
you're saying like, listen, I'm gonna listen to some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Aaliyah, right?
But you're right.
But later on in the song, when the song comes down to the end,
Yeah.
right? He goes, Al Green, oh,
Yeah.
Al Green, oh, yeah. Right? That's him.
Hey, you forgot who else was from the song?
Well, I didn't forget anybody
Who
else.
is that?
I'm not. There's also Kanye in the song. I didn't forget anybody in the song, but I'm not talking about that. Like, listen, Kanye nor Twista was on their deathbed a second ago.
I know.
So I haven't forgotten anybody. I just didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about them in this topic of Jamie Foxx.
But
I'm highlighting Jamie Foxx. I didn't give a fuck about. I know two Twista's there. I didn't give a fuck about Twista.
But still,
Nah, fuck Twista right now. This ain't your shit. This ain't your
this
moment.
is still good. I think he's gonna fell
I'm
off.
sorry. I'm talking about giving Rose.
Talk about this about our story, but guess what? Let's talk about not getting right there. Let's talk about Twista. What's going on with Twista? You think he fell off? What the hell's going on with him?
Twista not even relevant right now. Twista
Right,
fell off.
that's what I'm saying.
He's too.
Where is he?
Well, he's old enough to fall out. Listen,
Did
it's
you,
just even
you know what's that's what I'm saying.
But
Anybody on our live,
listen,
let us know if you know about Twista.
I'm pretty. Listen, I'm pretty. Listen, I'm pretty sure there's a very diverse, right,
Yeah.
and specific group of people that know about Twista. But right now, Twista's not even relevant. Like that's not the truth. You want to talk about Twista? Twista's not. He fell off. But also,
what happened?
but it's not that
What happened?
You know what happened? You know what happened? The cycle happened. Artists have a cycle, right?
Right.
All artists, right?
If I had one chance, I would keep going.
Well, everybody wants to keep going, but do the people still accept you when you keep going? So what used to happen was that there's a cycle that all entertainers go through, regardless of what you entertain in. Right? There's a cycle that all entertainers go through,
Yes,
right? Because there's always the next thing coming up. So
Of
you're
course.
either good enough to constantly hold your audience,
Yes.
or you get phased out. And I think I've talked about this on the podcast. Maybe I haven't. What used to happen in music, right? And because it's different now. As I said, like, thank God we're in the era now of streaming.
Right.
Because now artists can't be cycled out. So what happens is that they used to be cycled out by the label or the industry.
Oh,
Because
I gotta say
so
something.
what
Go
happens,
ahead.
like, so think about people like Big Daddy Kane, right? Or even
No, I got to.
right?
You're gonna.
But think about people like Big Daddy Kane, right? Where there's a lot of old heads.
And when I say, "Oh, you're gonna die," I mean like
You don't
this
have
is
to-
my best friend.
you
Like,
don't
oh,
have to
you're
obey-
gonna like. You can't believe this. That's what I mean.
I think you understand what you mean.
No, I'm telling the audience.
I don't think anybody thought you meant I was actually gonna die. Okay. I don't think they're that. I don't think you have
My
to.
best friend.
I don't think you have to explain it to them that much.
Shut
But
up.
so like when there's certain artists like Big Daddy Kane and even Prince for a while, where they have such a great following, but what ended up happening back in their era, right?
Yeah.
There was only so long you could keep them in rotation and actually show that
Like
people
your mindset.
not your mindset, that people still want to listen to you, people are still willing to buy your music, people are still willing to see you on tour. There wasn't always a way for that to be, for it to really be seen.
Active. Yeah.
So artists used to get cycled through the system. You got about a 10-year run if you're great, and then it's the next big thing. Even somebody like Jay-Z, even Nas, would have already
Oh my God! That's another
would have already been cycled out
My
because
voice sang.
right they would have already been cycled out. Even Fabulous would have already been cycled out because it would have been time for the next group of artists.
That's my favorite. Right?
But because of Pandora, right? Now, while Pandora and some of these other streaming services don't quite pay the artists the way that we would like them to, or the way that artists would even like to be paid,
Yeah.
what happens is that, though, it does show that, hey, you know what? You're getting 10 million streams still in a month.
Of course.
And if you're getting 10 million streams in a month, that means that, you know what? There's 10 million people out there that's still willing to buy your album. That's still willing to see you on tour. That means that you still have a market. You have a market that we know that you can be profitable from. Instead of you just being cycled. Instead of you just being cycled out. Not recycled. Cycled out. I guess you can be recycled and thrown out. But you're cycled out, thrown to the side as the next new wave of artists start to move their way in. And that used to be, and that still kind of is the mechanism that is entertainment, especially when it comes to music. Now it's up to the artist more than ever. Yo, continue to show that people want to see you. Continue to show, because here's artists that probably thought they had a harder following, but when they actually try to go on tour, nobody comes out to see them. Ja Rule, right?
Actually, hold on. I went to see Ja Rule. I went to the Mesmerize tour. It was Ja Rule, Ashanti, and B2K. Omarion was there.
Yeah, see, they had a good but
it was so nice. I love that tour. That tour was the shit. So I'm not arguing with you on that
when
one.
was that?
I went in not this year, last year, last November. So 2022 November.
Remember, it took Ja Rule a while to sell
But
tour
Ja Rule was
dates.
too. And it did, let me tell you this. He was like, girl, yo, shit, yo, stop. And then I almost died. Ashanti came out on the stage with all pink leather shit, and she was so pretty. And the Marion came. It was just crazy. I just felt like I was back in the '90s. You know, it felt kind of good.
Listen, yeah, I don't know. I can say, listen, it's taking Ja Rule some time, but he had to work the proper formula and realize, okay, if I'm gonna have some successful tours, I gotta make sure Sharkys on tour.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I got a couple of the headliners from that era that people are gonna be into.
He talked about everybody, not in a bad way, in a good way. He talked about everybody. He talked about them good. Like, he was like, you know, I used to work with UK, Marion came out. That shit was crazy.
So let's I want to see what couple things is trending. I don't see anything trending. Entertainment.
Is there anyone on here?
Yeah, I got somebody. It's like KJ's on there. That's my goal.
I'll tell you what.
Cameras on still. Everywhere.
I go.
KK, you're fucking up my show.
I just want to tell
It's
you.
annoying.
All right.
Tell me afterwards. It doesn't matter really. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let's roll up and roll out. Actually, you know what we're gonna do here? We're gonna take.
Gotta go get some hoes out in this house.
The only person on it right now is KJ. On my goal. So if you're randomly worried about people,
No, I'm not worried about nobody. I just don't like people looking at me.
we're live on social media. We're here for us to be looked
I
at.
know, but want me to
You know how
say
silly you
it?
sound?
Shout out to Stephanie.
Shout out to Stephanie.
Stephanie looked at T's page and she is like watching the whole thing. I screenshot it.
Okay.
Grassy.
Okay. What's the problem?
No, we're still doing it. I'm just.
And she's not the one that's on right now.
I'm gonna knock her out. So
Wow. You sound real petty as fuck right now.
nah, cause she's a
And, well, you sound petty and silly. Right now, you allowed somebody else watching you do what you love to do invade your energy.
Why are they even?
Who cares? That's what haters do. You understand? The people that love you is gonna watch.
Ring.
Yeah,
Do you want one? No, because
the people that love you are gonna watch, and the people that hate you are going to watch. It doesn't matter who's watching as long as they're watching. Like, who gives a fuck? She's taking time out of her day to watch you. Great. No, I got my drink right here. Now stop being silly. Stop having silly ass thoughts. They're silly ass thoughts. And they're silly ass thought processes. Your mom's calling you. Sometimes you can't even be around people that got fake money in their life. like she's building up shit that don't even really exist. Right? Like, hi Stephanie, welcome to the show if you're still watching. Take notes, enjoy yourself. I hope you've been enjoying yourself. I'm glad you've taken our time to go ahead and watch the show. This is a 3-hour show. Get your snuggie on, get some dinner ready, start cooking up whatever you cook up, right? And no, get yourself dinner. Like, I really do mean it. You're gonna want to really get yourself settled. Like, we're not gonna be done anytime soon. We got about 2 more hours left on here on the show, and if you're gonna sit here for the whole entire thing, you're gonna want to make sure that you're comfy. Everything else, I don't give a fuck about. This is my show. Let's continue to roll up and roll out. But before we do that, you know what? I'm on a quick commercial. I feel like this is a quick commercial break, right? Let me give a quick shout out to all my Army brethren, all my military. I can't even say all my military personnel. No, just to my Army brethren. Just to them. Like you other guys, I've seen you guys around too. Like some people could give you love, but right now, This ain't about you at all. This is all about me, Army veterans, the Army of One, and what else? What else can I add in there? I don't think I got anything else to add in there. Let's just continue to roll out.
Join this team to win championships.
Hey, stupid people. I really do. All right, welcome back to the MyT Sports Podcast. I am still your host, the one and only Alan Daily. Thank you for listening, wherever you may be listening at. Whether you listen on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, right? Or you could be doing the read, or you could be listening to the re-air of the podcast on Pandora, on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on Google Podcasts. Listen, wherever you like to listen to your music or your podcast at, wherever you like to watch your videos at MyT Sports Podcast. Out of mercy. MyT Sports Podcast is there. And let's not forget. Gotta remind you. KJ. I'm sorry. I can't even help myself, KJ. Like I can't. Oh my God! You guys can copy that. You guys can keep that. That was for the boys. That was for the other podcasters. That was for everybody else that does what we do. Let me give some love to Miami. They're losing by 9 points, 59-68. The second quarter just thought there's a little under 11 minutes left. Miami Heat with that, right? They did. They took it to the Knicks. They beat them in 6. I thought that series was going to be over in 5. Knicks fans thought I was crazy by saying that the Heat were going to win. They thought I wasn't a fan. They thought I didn't love my team. I'm like, I can love my team. I could be a fan. But I got to be realistic. And at some point in time, I got to be honest with you, the people. The truth was, I thought man, Heat were going to beat us. Now, I've already said this before. I'll say it again and again and again. Because I believed it when I said it, and I still believe it now. The winner of the Knicks Heat series was going to make it to the NBA championship. The winner of the... Oh, let me bring you guys closer. I'm bad. I had you in group mode. The winner of the Lakers Golden State series, that's who's making it to the NBA championship. Now, my emotions already have me doubting myself, already have me going against my better judgment. Because I really want Denver to win. I really, really want Denver to win. So, I said what I said last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. However long it's been, 2 weeks ago, right? I've been saying what I said about Lakers Heat or what possibly could have been Knicks Golden State Warriors. But even though I said that the Lakers are going to be the one that make it to the NBA championship, I put my money on the Nuggets. I put my money on the Heat. Those are the two teams I actually put money on. Miami Heat right now, they're not looking too well. But I've learned as a Heat, as a Knicks fan, right, as a Heat victim, that when it comes to the Heat in the playoffs, even what may be a double-digit lead, right? If it's still within 14 points when the fourth quarter starts, this is still a game that Miami Heat can still win, and their experience can take them there. Now, the crazy thing about this, right? At this point, Kevin Love was hit a three-quarter. Miami Heat are now only down by 3 with about 9 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. The crazy thing about this now is that these are the last 2 teams to lose in the NBA championship, right? These are from the East at least. You had Miami Heat lose, what was it, 3 years ago. Then Milwaukee won. They lost to Golden State last year. And now you have both of them on the verge of making it right back. And listen, Knicks fans, 2 of those times you was in the mix too. Like I said, it's crazy to hear how Knicks fans have overreacted so far since being eliminated from the playoffs. But the Knicks fans, well, I mean, it's kind of what I expect from us. But don't worry, that's why your boys here. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. So I'm gonna make sure that we constantly keep things in perspective a little bit. Marcus Smart just missed a free throw. This continues to be a 3-point game. I forgot to cover up my drink. Yeah. I suffered badly. Did I get a text from London? Nope.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna open the morning.
No. I'm good.
You're okay?
Yeah, because no, it's okay. I stuffed my face before I left the crib.
Okay.
So I'm only drinking right now.
Okay, you want the text?
No, I'm still in my refrigerator. Well, listen, I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush.
I'm just gonna order chicken.
I think your mom called you a couple times. Call her back.
You good?
Yeah.
Well, I'm inside.
All right. Some people just need guidance. Some people just need guidance. Some people need a good friend in their corner. But also, what happens is that you have good friends in your corner, but also your inner voice. I've said this before. You guys heard me say this before on the podcast plenty of times. Your inner voice has to be the strongest voice than anything else. You have to be able how to trust your inner voice. Because if your inner voice is weak, then you're gonna always have self-doubt. You have to learn how to be confident in now, not only in yourself, but in the scenarios that you put yourself in, or that you find yourself in. If not, then you may tend to fall short or even fail. Let's continue to roll up and roll out. Let's continue to roll out. So, if I had to pick, I'm probably thinking Miami in 7. Because that's kind of how it goes, right? First round 5, second round 6, championship round 7, and then the NBA championship 6. I don't know why. It's because it's harder to get through your conference or your division. It used to be a whole lot harder. I feel like it used to be harder. But I could be mistaken. Every 5-game series probably didn't go to 5. It probably ended in 3 or 4. Right? Every 7-game series in the first round most likely went to 5, no more than 6. Right? There's not a lot of 7-game first round playoffs. Not a lot, I said. You know what's crazy to me? I've been hearing a lot that the Miami Heat and the Lakers making it this far in the NBA playoffs has been a mockery to the regular season. And I don't get that. All right? This wasn't even a topic on my docket. It just popped in my head. and this wasn't even a topic like on the docket, but what happened is that I wonder why is it a disgrace, right, or such a regular season? If anything, it shows you that your playing tournament works. It shows that the playing system works because we're talking about two teams that were in the playing tournament, right? It shows that as a team that makes it in the playing, right, you can make it to the postseason and you can be in the conference finals. That's what I see. It shows me that what the Dallas Mavericks did is as weak as a move as an organization as it can be. Because to say that you have Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic as the cornerstone of your franchise and your team, and to think that you don't have a chance, so you throw away the season? Oh no, that's fugazi. That's fugazi. And it's even more fugazi because, God damn it, of course the Dallas Mavericks would get the goddamn 10th overall pick in the NBA draft. Man, of course they would get exactly the 10th pick. If you guys understand the significance of that, is that the New York Knicks owned the Dallas Mavericks draft pick this year, but it was top 10 protected. It was top 10 protected. So what that means is that with the Dallas Mavericks falling to 10, the New York Knicks do not have that draft pick.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. I don't know what I just heard. That's what I'm thinking.
None. Well, you got your favorite cover like that.
Because the lights, it attracts every bug in the tri-state area. Or tri-county area, sorry. Of course, I didn't want my own good roofie me. No, that's a joke. That's a... Not the one that was co-hosting with me. Any of them. These girls out here is wild. They're wild. Listen, man, this is you and Mickey in a second. Take you home, ride the cocky, get themselves pregnant, and then hit you up and be like, hey, yo, I need to be taken care of. Plan C. Stop. I really did. I brought this topic up out of nowhere. I completely forgot what we were talking about. But you know what? I'm gonna assume I was done talking about it, and I was just kind of repeating myself in different ways. I'm assuming I was kind of mansplaining shit. You know what I mean? So let's roll up and roll out. Let's continue. Welcome back to the podcast. I see you pop off and pop back off for half a second. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoy yourself. That's why I got that Howard Stern in me, right? Listen, do what you do, right? I'm gonna tell you what you do. Grab a speaker, right? Grab a speaker. Whichever one is your favorite speaker. Put the treble down and put the bass all the way up. Put the bass all the way up. I told him to get on my Howard Stern shit. If you don't know what I'm about to do right now, and just keep following the yellow brick road, right? But yeah, put the treble all the way down if you can. Put that bass all the way up. Got your speaker ready? Got your speaker? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna start this honestly one of my role models. Like, listen, like if you're in this business, right, and you don't like Howard Stern, like something's wrong with you. Well, I feel like Howard Stern is the epitome of what we're all striving to get to. Like he laid the foundation. You look at the godfathers of this shit. Speaking of a couple of godfathers of this shit, we had a couple of coaches that got fired recently, right? And the first one I'm going to bring up is really like the godfather of the coaching carousel, right? And that is one Philadelphia Eagles head coach, Doc Rivers. Miami Heat, Miami Heat has a 1 point, I feel like a 12-4. I was about to show the whole thing. All right. Yo, I swear, yo, Instagram, the behind the scenes cam that you get is ridiculous. Let's remember, this is all for entertainment. This is all entertainment. Like half of the shit that you see is not even real. Like, oh shit. Hold up. I didn't even see that motherfucker over there. Right, that's better. Fucking purse was sitting over there. I didn't even notice that shit. I didn't even know a fucking purse was over there. Like I could have been fucking not paying attention. Somebody could have came in there and been like, I wouldn't even fucking realize that shit. What we got here? Stroops. See, I'm talking about the coaches being fired. And as I'm watching Stroops play, it brings me to on what's next for the New York Knicks. So much. I'm not gonna forget. I'm never gonna forget. But there's no way gonna talk New York Knicks pretty soon. So guys, if you want to call into the podcast, right? The phone lines are open. If you're listening on Podbean, phone lines are open on Podbean. If you're watching through the behind the scenes cam on Instagram, right? You can call it through Instagram as well. If you got the phone number, you can call it through the phone number. If I've given you the link, the personal link to the behind the scenes, right? So you can get into the behind the scenes link to the show, right? That's open as well. All lines are open. Podbean, Restream, Instagram, and the phone line. If you guys are looking to call in, oh shit, Chill Will is in the building. Look at Chill. Yo, you know what? It's been a minute. Let's make it. Listen, you know, we have to introduce Chill Will properly because if we don't, he gets fully upset. He throws the biggest Cleveland fit. Wait, I'm hearing myself, Chill Will. Like, I'm hearing myself through your echoes, but I'm gonna get
drop tapes, don't you? Drop tapes, don't you? If you're gonna drop tapes, you might as well go ahead and drop them expeditiously.
This is for you.
Chill Will. What's going on, Brett? It's been a minute. What's going on? Now listen, I'm not gonna call you out for disappearing during the Cleveland Knicks series, right? You're here now. That's what matters, right? Oh, so somebody agreed. Babysitting this weekend? Even little man was like, yes! We about to have a new star of the show. But he's still in the spotlight already. Yes! Oh, listen, we eat now. Listen, we're in New York. We're eating slices of pizza right now. They eating mad hoagies. They're getting themselves some chops. Like it's not healthy eating right now. Right now, it's not healthy eating. The healthy eating don't start until June. I know until after 4th of July. Right after 4th of July, then they're like, you know what? I gotta get back on my ish. At least all the regular degulas. Like for the greats, 4th of July becomes a cheat day. But for all these regular degulas, which the New York Knicks is comprised mostly of, they're not gonna start getting on their shit until after 4th of July. Now Jalen Brunson, 4th of July is a cheat day. I see you, Minister of Darkness. Phone lines are open to you as well if you want to join us. I've been watching the Star Wars series, so you know I'm ready to take on the Sith right now. If you want to join the podcast, you know what? I'm tripping. He probably is like a regular minister of like holiness. I'm calling him the Minister of Darkness, but it's okay. It's okay. Like, yeah. We're not gonna get into the holy debate right now. I got a holy sister, and I love her to death. It's got nothing even to do with her, right? But I love her to death. Chill, Will. I was gonna talk about something else, but you're here right now, and I figured let me get this opportunity. See, I've engaged in everybody, and I know that you. Generally and specifically on this one, always brings a different perspective to a scenario. So I want to ask you about. Did you hear that? Do you hear that on your end? I want to know your opinion about. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Well, you know what? Let me say it. Like, I'm just gonna stop right there because I've also said this to everybody else so far today. Just to constantly remind everybody, he hasn't broken any laws and he hasn't hurt anybody. Let's proceed. I want your opinion as well. Don't go too far. I'll take your opinion too. Sorry, Chulo. Sorry. I was engaging with the people. My bad. Say that again.
The big thing I hate the most is they keep saying like who was around, who was telling them.
Yeah. And you can tell them, but they still do it anyway. And you just look at yourself like, man, this ninja. Listen, I'm out with one of them right now. Listen, let me stop. I'm joking. These are jokes. But okay. I know what you're saying. But I mean, but we've all had somebody. I mean, I know you can't tell him anything, but that doesn't mean that somebody shouldn't be saying something to him. Ah, okay. I'm gonna tell you why. You know what? I have the reason for. Actually, you know what? You probably asked the perfect question, and I think. Let me answer that first question though, because he's still doing it. Continue. That's it. That's all I had to say. No. So that's no. And I get that. So your question initially started like, why does everybody? Can I hit me differently when you ask that? Why do we keep assuming that nobody has talked to him? And I think we keep assuming that nobody has talked to him because he keeps doing it. and I think that I think that I think we're giving him the benefit of the doubt that if his dad or his best friend said something to him, that he would be conscious enough to stop doing the behavior that he know is detrimental to his career. So I think that the reason why we think nobody has spoken to him is because he keeps doing it, because he keeps doing it, and we think that he's smarter, and we're giving him credit for being smarter than what he probably is. I don't know. I don't know. No, no, listen. While I'll be the guy constantly. I'd be the guy. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I wouldn't be the guy with guns. I would be the guy constantly getting in trouble because I keep flashing weed on my Instagram. That would have been me. Like, no, I feel you. I feel you. I'm fully agree with. Like, I would have been. Listen, for most of these guys, I don't fully detach myself from being as for probably would have been as reckless as they would have been in that scenario. You know what I mean? I'm not putting none of this shit past 22-year-old. 22-year-old me was reckless. No, because that's part of his. Because that's part of his image. Like, like. Every young boy. Okay. Now, I think we both said something similar earlier. Like I said it. See, you saying it again. It's funny. I think we said something similar earlier, right? At least I said it earlier. I think you kind of reiterated earlier. Is that we all also kind of know that suburban kid that has everything that they need, and for some reason they feel the need to do thuggery shit. I had a nephew for it. I got a nephew that constantly. But you know what though? I'm not for nothing as I speak about him, right? You guys make sure that you guys head down to the body in Miami, and you guys go check out Trey Cinco as he performs at the body. Because my nephew is a dumbass. He keeps doing time in and out, but he's a rapper, and he performs at the body in Miami. Go see him. He's out now. Go see him while you can. It's gonna be a rare opportunity. No, but we all know, like what I said. Here comes the Miami Heat coming back in the second half of the second half. No, like we all kind of know suburban kids for no reason that feel the need to do thug shit when they don't need to. Feel the need to rob from their parents. Feel the need to suddenly sell drugs. Because we knew people that sold drugs because they needed money. Like their family was not making it. Moms was at home taking everything from the government. It was barely ends meet. That we knew a bunch of knucklehead niggas that sold drugs because of that. You know what I mean? Because of that. We also knew a bunch of suburban cats that when they sold drugs, we was looking like, why is you here? Like you're not even supposed to be here. What is that from 8 Mile? Like his name is Terrence. He has really nice parents. Like, like before you came here, like you went to an all boys school. Like stop it. Like you learned finance as a curriculum. Like we had PE twice a day. So I feel like John Morant now is falling into that suburbanite kid that you just can't. I feel like you just can't talk to. He's just down that path of I'm in an urban enough area where this is just kind of leaking into my psyche and my everyday habits. Like I said, he hasn't killed anybody. He hasn't broken any laws. He's just being irresponsible with his gun, more than anything. Chill, I'm gonna put you on pause for a second. I got somebody here with me. What do you feel about this whole John Morant situation?
Well, I feel like a lot of the things that
Now, mind you, he's a Boston Celtics fan, so I'm gonna allow all of this to fly. I'm a Knicks fan. All right? So I'm gonna allow all of this to fly. We still want to hear what they have to say. You guys be nice. Okay, good.
yeah, man. But to reiterate some of the things that you said, it's something to be said about it happening twice in such a short span of time. It's that really speaks volumes. The first time he passed as a young boy being a young boy. You know what I mean? Dealing with young boys.
Basically, boys gonna be boys,
Yeah,
right? What I'm talking about. Men gonna be men, boys gonna be boys.
Being irresponsible, acting before they think, and things that's a general trait of most young men. And to be honest with you, it's a rite of passage as a growing person. Like you're gonna make mistakes.
Facts.
You're gonna learn. Life is gonna teach you certain things. You gotta go out there. You gotta go out there sometimes. Despite you having so many resources around you, people that have been through the same things that you've been through, like the same thing, playing around with guns, then you shouldn't have been playing with guns. If you can't listen to Gilbert Arenas and learn something right away, as an OG, another gifted OG, in fact, that was in a similar situation that he's now finding himself in. But as it's happened for a second time now, we're forced to think about, now the fact that he's a young kid and he's made a mistake. All right, that ship has sailed, docked, and the passengers already disembarked off that ship. We kind of pass that stage now. So now it becomes a point where you have to really think if he is really considering the gravity of his actions, the possible repercussions of his actions. I heard Kevin Garnett say something, after you say something to someone and give them good advice, and it's not valued, obviously. What else can you do? You gotta let the guy do what he do. This, I'm waiting to see how it plays out. What his ultimate disciplinary action is going to be. I want to say hopefully he learned from it, but obviously the first time he did it. So at this stage, we just got to let it play out and see what shakes.
So, if any, and Chill Will, I'm going to ask you the same question in a second. If any, what should be his punishment?
Now, as far as the punishment,
As I keep reminding everybody, some people time to think.
yeah,
Remember, he hasn't broken any laws,
no, but yeah,
and he hasn't hurt anybody.
I got some time to think about it.
It's just kind of NBA code of conduct.
So, at this stage, the things that are definitely gonna have to factor in precedents. similar cases. The outcomes of those similar cases, although this is not, it's not an exact parallel to cases that we know about in the past, but it's similar enough to draw some type of reference to the punishments that were levied against, um, you know, Creighton and Arenas when they had their little gun issue. But the difference was they were on NBA facility premises. So if that would be the difference in the two situations. But as far as the punishment, you already know Arenas got 50 games. He got 1.5 season. He got the remainder of the season. I think it was 50. Don't quote me, but I think it was 50 games or something close to it. And I don't know. I don't want to go out and say what I think he should get.
This is a place for opinions. Let it
Yeah,
fly.
but we know that we know that it has to be way more severe than the first time. Obviously, the first time he could get the benefit of the doubt in terms of he's made a mistake and he's made some public appearance of understanding the gravity and the severity of his situation. But now it's happened again, and it's like everyone that advocated for him, and myself included, now I feel like I'm forced to, I gotta throw my hands up on this guy, you know what I mean? Because like, bro, you ain't working. That happened at the beginning of March. Was it the beginning of March?
I can't remember. Yeah, it's right
I think it
towards
was
the
like
end of the season.
the beginning of March. And
Yeah, right about March. Yeah.
here it is now. What the 17th of April, and again, a few days ago he's back at it. The exact same behavior. You can't get the same punishment. It wouldn't make sense. It's like
Not gonna get 8 games. No, it's gonna be way more than that this time.
to be honest with you, and especially considering like an opportunity that he has at this particular time. You know how many people would die to be in his position. I mean, I'm not saying that. Well, his talent is a huge part of why he is in the position that he is in. So we gotta speak about his talent and the impact of his talent. Like that is irrefutable.
I'm gonna tell you right now. RJ Barrett and Darius Garland are looking like steals right now.
Yes, exactly.
I had to throw Darius Garland in there real quick because my co-host. I had to make sure I give him some love.
Cleveland! This is for you! See, you too cold, bro.
Oh my god. Oh, so wait, I didn't hear you. Wait, so I don't think we ever landed the plane.
Okay. So all right. Yeah.
If any.
So we got 8 games the first time, right?
Yeah.
I think it can't be less than that. I don't see why it should be.
I'm still talking to him right now.
Yeah, I don't see why it should be less than double punishment.
So 16 games, you're saying.
I don't see why it should be less.
Chill Will. Thank you. I appreciate you. Chill Will. I'm here with you now. If any, because I've gotten, I think I got your thoughts on this, right? If I haven't, then correct me and continue. But also let me know, if any, what should be Ja Morant's punishment? Yeah, I'm not talking to you, Chip. I'm talking to you, Chip. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Boy, I need some milk. So, okay. He's in an open carry state. Well, so okay. So kind of like so I think you may have come around to like the full thought process that I probably am at now. My first initial thought was he got to get half a year to at least a year. But then as I think about it more, I'm like, damn, I know he shouldn't just be willy-nilly going on Yosemite Sam with his gun every time IG is on. But he hasn't broken any laws. He didn't hurt anybody. Like if he was just at a gun range, right, and going live at a gun range, there's no problems. If he handed out if he did a Christmas card with him and his daughter, right, and we've heard his daughter out there mimicking him all over the place, right? Right?
We just use the regular logic, but at the end of the day, it's an NBA.
I made it today.
It's our play. We're going to enforce whatever regulations and rules that we make. Kind of implemented to the team. And we enforce everyone.
So,
everybody else, you and everybody else. I think they're right.
Yeah, and then also it's like, okay, so we didn't break the law of but he did breach his contract. He's making hundreds of millions of dollars.
like fuck the money. You represent an organization at times bigger than you, and when you go out in public, right? If you can be recognized as a representative of this organization, there is backlash. I don't know if you guys saw this, and it just hit me. There was a young lady that worked for one of these New York hospitals, right? And she was trying to bully some little black kids into like one of these bikes that you pay for in the city, right? And he reserved it and paid for it, but she tried to hop in and try to make it seem like he was the one bullying her, right? Well, this video gets out. They see her actions. She hasn't broken any laws, right? She just did some really fucked up shit. You know what they said? We no longer wants to be affiliated with you. Bye-bye. Because also she does this while in scrubs and while she has her badge on. Because if she doesn't, nobody recognizes her as a New York, let's go to New York Hospital, a representative or New York Hospital employee. But because once they recognize her as one of the employees doing this, bam, here comes your repercussions that are outside the law, company policy. And that's kind of what jumps. So I think we're all in a weird scenario where we're all like, damn, he didn't really break the law, but half a year to a year. Well, you said so far you've had the lightest sentence I've heard of anybody. You were like, you know what? 16 games, double what he did last time.
And then the funny thing is, I don't know when John Moran is going to realize opportunities come by very few and far between, and then even more second and third chances. It's like unicorns, bro.
Just think about how many people has been in the league since Powerade last had a brand athlete, right? And they chose John Morant. Just think about it. LeBron James, they ain't choose him. They ain't chose Giannis. They didn't choose Curry. They didn't choose Joel Embiid. They ain't choose Jason Tatum. They ain't choose Zion Williamson. Like you understand, like this.
They chose the gunman.
They chose. I understand though, but for a brand to say we're gonna try to tie our resurrection onto your stardom is what I'm getting at. More than anything else. Like he loses all of this now. And that's something that sucks about it because, like I said, because it's not that and I said it earlier. I'm gonna say it in front of you guys. It's not that the NBA has a problem with guns. It's the responsible portrayal of guns. Like I said, if he was at the gun range, showing himself at the gun range, no issues. If he did a Christmas card with him and his little girl holding weapons and you saw that, there's no issues. You understand? If you saw his case and he just showed a case of all his weapons, there's no issues. It's the all of a sudden I'm listening to Casanova. All of a sudden I'm listening to Lil Wayne. All of a sudden I'm listening to Biggie, Tupac. I'm listening to Drake, and I feel the need. I feel the need to all of a sudden be like, hey yo, I gotta wait my shit on. You know, like that's the issue. Like, that's the weirdo shit here. Like, what is it about you and rap that you just gotta start gun talking like Yosemite Sam?
But it's crazy. The fact that it happened twice was really, really, really perplexing.
It's like a spit in the face. It's like everybody gave you, and everybody's because we're a forgiving society for the most part, right? Especially amongst each other, right? And we have a lot of talking heads that look like us now, right? So you guys know what I mean. So there was a lot of benefit of the doubt that's given the first time because that's all we ask for sometimes. Just give them the benefit of the doubt. How come other people can get the benefit of the doubt and yet when others are presented in the same scenario just because of color of the skin, they don't get the same benefit of the doubt? He got the same benefit of the doubt. And he kind of spit in the face of him like so that's why I think like the no sympathy comes from because this just happened. We just like, yo, we don't care that you like guns. Just don't be Yosemite Sam with it. Every time there's a photo out, you don't gotta be that dirty racking flag. You don't, like I said, there's a hold up. Like, you don't gotta do that every time the camera's on. Strip club, in the car. Like, those are two very odd places just to want to parade your gun around.
You know what's odd to me though? I'm from a place where guns legal. You ain't getting to carry around no gun, bro. That's not heard of. To another culture, I move now where everybody has a gun.
He's in Memphis. So that state is an open carry state. So that's actually why I keep emphasizing
common assumption.
He hasn't done anything wrong. And he's also and I also understand the argument that he's in an environment where, like, put it this way, we haven't heard about them, but I'm pretty sure LaMelo Ball, is it LaMelo? No, Lonzo Ball has a gun. I'm pretty sure Zach LaVine has a gun. I'm pretty sure DeMar DeRozan has a gun. They now play in Chicago, one of the murder capitals in the world. If they don't have a gun, they have security. You understand? If they're able to open, I don't know if Chicago's an open carry state, I can't remember, but if they were able to open carry in Chicago with all the shit that goes on in Chicago, I'm pretty sure they got their guns in their car with them. But you know what? You know what's not happening? When Kanye comes out, they're not over here, good morning, right? They don't got a gun, they're not gun token. Like, nobody knows they had a gun. Like, you understand? My brother, I'm not gonna give away how many guns my brother has, right? I asked him randomly. I was like, "Hey, do you have a license?" And I was like, "Let's go get our permit together." So, but I didn't ask him about his license. I asked him about a gun, in a sense, and he responded in a "Do you need a gun?" kind of manner, and kind of listed them, and I was like, "God damn." Like, I knew you had guns. I didn't know you had this. Like, honestly, right now, I could handle any problems expeditiously.
He's a gun safe.
But I also know the ones that I've seen are ridiculously safe and locked up. Like, you understand, like, there's a safe around the trigger. It that it's also in its own lockbox. That lockbox has another safe around. Like the ones I've seen are super. So like even so I'm gonna tell you this. I've never even thought twice that my niece may randomly like find one of his guns and it be a problem. But like, as we're talking right now, I just realized I've never ever had a thought about it because I know how well protected his shit is and how just out of the way it is. And if you do happen to find it, there's no way you can get to it, you can load it, you can fire it. So as we said, it's a responsible it's a responsible portrayal of guns that the NBA has an issue with, and we don't want to portray that. Hey, you're at the club and because like I said this earlier, I came from the Little John and Bone Crusher era, right, of clubbing. When these guys came on, some clubs banned us from mosh pitting because shit was just getting violence in the mosh pit. Can you imagine if all of a sudden you got a role model like John Morant and and all of a sudden you're in the club and you feel like, you know what? Let me go. I'm gonna spend Little John and because we outside in the club and you understand? You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Right, like all of a sudden, like your thug music, because we all like some kind of, we all come from my own niece, because like when I asked her to put on music, she even says to me, you want to put on your thug music? I'm like, I don't listen to thug. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Maybe the music that I do like to listen to is thug music. I didn't know that shit was just music at the time. But you got to figure if it has to be, if the generation before you and the generation after you both categorize that shit as thug music. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe it is. So like every time we listen to thug music, what if all of a sudden? And granted, there were some people that were like that, but we didn't see the NBA. It's still a community, I guess. You gotta get everything. You gotta get everything eventually. No,
it's always
everybody has had guns. Like I know for a fact there's way too many guys that are strapped up in the NBA. We just don't see it, and we don't see it recklessly.
You got guys that got dozens of guns, like dozens.
Like I'm pretty sure there are guys right now with arsenals. Like we're talking about enough guns to support. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Baby Dash in the building.
Oh shit!
Baby Dash in the building. What are we talking about?
You know what? We've been here before. I know you got something to say about this.
No, I'm not saying nothing.
I want to know how you feel about John Morant. I'm curious.
Flashing the guns and doing this shit?
No. Can I?
You're professional. No need for all that. No need for all that. Now you have gang members after your ass.
Wait, gang members are after him now? Who's after him?
Crits, because he throwing up crit signs.
Oh yeah. It was some like.
Oh
Lord.
Saying like he's fake. He never had to go through nothing to claim.
And now you got big gang members like, oh, now you owe us.
Oh shit! I forgot the brothers too. Oh wait,
Is there?
It's coming okay. They're very. No, come on!
I'm not getting involved.
I know him already. He's good.
He's my boy. That's all you're talking about.
This is my boy.
No, I'm not getting on that.
He's already there.
Yeah, he's already there.
And if you're here, you're already there.
Very nice.
Listen, you've been here. Listen. See, look at you right there, smoking. You're right there between us. We can see you. You know? It's right there.
This is my friend.
I'm just curious. Like I said, it really is just a polarizing topic. I'm just curious.
I know, we do. What's the subject though?
I already asked you. I wanted to know specifically about your thoughts about the John Morant.
I'm just trying to say, no. You're a professional. You're supposed to carry yourself as one. You don't flash gang signs, throwing up guns and stuff like that. Now you got Crip members after you because of that same nonsense. Not cool. Not cool at all, bro.
I think that's ready to check.
So John Morant is guilty of irresponsible behavior.
Stupidity.
That's really what it is at this point in time. Like which if when you're in the NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, this is a viable charge. Right? This is Like even in the military, we have conduct detrimental to the government, conduct detrimental to the team. You know what I mean? Like unable to adapt to military or army lifestyle, unable to adapt to NBA stardom. Like these are NFL stardom. Unable to adapt to the stardom of being an athlete. These are real charges, right? Learning, like Josh Gordon, learning that I need to stop smoking weed. Like these are real things. Like I'm sorry, we understand people are out here smoking weed every day, and it's no problem. But
you are held to it.
Exactly. And if these are the guidelines of your company or the organization that you represent, then if you're going to disobey these laws or these rules, and they happen to find out, then there is punishment.
You gotta eat the repercussion, bro. You gotta eat that.
It just sucks. I think like we all like John Moran, and I think that's so too. Like we all like John Moran.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those guys that we've all grown to like, and it's sad to constantly see him put himself in a scenario that.
Can I just make a special shout out?
Wait, one second. I can't say that puts him in a scenario that detriments his money and our ability to see him shine to his fullest potential. Because we know he could be. We know that he can be one of the most spectacular individuals in the NBA. Don't know if he could be a champion, but he could be one of those guys that you talk about like, damn, you should have been around to see XYZ play. You should have been around. What's going on? You're not focused on me right now. Yeah, you should have been around to see XYZ perform. You should have seen when so and so did this. And while he would have been obviously eventually scrutinized for the ring shit, it's just somebody that you're like, damn, don't let dumb shit stop you from being a billionaire. Because like, if you want to talk about money, that's what it is.
You got a $200 million contract,
and that's your first NBA contract. That's not talking about your next NBA contract. That's not talking about the money Powerade was giving you. That's not talking about your sneaker contract. You're literally throwing away $1 billion fucking dollars of lifetime earnings.
That's young mentality right there. You know that, right? That's young mentality.
But that's I mean, I guess you can call it young mentality because it's been, regardless if it's been $1 billion.
He's not used to it. No, because he's a young cat.
Because remember, it doesn't matter if it's been $1 billion or $400,000. There's always been somebody young and dumb enough to throw away opportunity, right? Even when it was just $30,000, there's been somebody dumb and young enough to throw away an opportunity. It sucks. It sucks. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad to hear. Listen, I really wanted to hear what the people thought about this. Right?
No.
And too much. I talked about this heavily on Monday, but I'm hearing now the people. We're hearing the thick of it. Right? We're in the middle of Heat Nation. I had to figure out what was going on.
Oh shit! On this, we had that, bro. We had that.
We never had it.
No, we had that.
We never had it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
We need another big man. What do you think?
A couple of things.
They want to trade. So trade who for what?
So you may need three. Okay, so there's three things that are needed, right? Let's get into the Knicks. I wanted to talk about what's needed for the Knicks. There's three things that's definitely needed, and you have to find a way to kind of get these somehow. You're still missing a guy, which we all know.
Yeah.
You're still missing a bona fide guy. At least a bona fide number two guy that is a full official.
Exactly.
But
you need somebody to back up her.
I still feel that Bradley Beal is kind of that guy, but you're missing a guy. Secondly, you're missing a bona fide knockdown shooter.
Yeah. Somebody Russell go in the paint and go shoot.
No. Yeah, but a guy that you can't cheat off of from the perimeter, right? Like when he's on the 3-point, when he's on that 3-point line, you have to. If you're not glued to him, like how we used to have with Novak. Remember?
Yeah.
Like I understand his defense was shitty, right? And some of these 3-point guys' defense may be shitty.
Oh shit! But you had fourth quarter, bro.
Yeah, but you gotta.
Mama, they go that man again.
Oh shit!
They gonna win.
Oh shit!
They gonna win.
I may have to keep your shit until my bet pays out.
Okay. I don't even know what we're talking about. Right now.
This is my brother over here, which you guys know. Caitlin, it was my brother. Fan, my first podcast, that's my brother back there. That's Donnell.
That was a shot right there.
She has a made up name.
So, question for you, Papa.
What's up?
He beat the Knicks. Are you rooting for the Heat or you rooting for the Celtics? Here we go. Normally, when a team beats,
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. You know what?
Look at
You know what? I have to take a commercial break.
you see, put you on the spot.
I have to
Put
take
you
a
on the
commercial
spot.
break.
That's what I'm saying.
And I can't answer this in less than a minute. So I'm gonna take a commercial break, and when we come back, I'm gonna get into this, and to make sure that you guys get into it as well. Let's talk about a little something called Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew? Blue Chew just happens to be a little blue pill that can get you back your thrill. All you have to do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. It has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. For a very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss, and she will love it. And she will love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And all you have to do, if you would like, you can use my promo code of GSSS. Yes, just go to bluechew.com and use the code GSSS, and you can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, for the free. Where's my tip jar at? I'm gonna bring that tip jar out. You know, we got a tip jar. Woo!
You're a Heat fan, of course. Yes, I see you in Miami Dolphins.
Oh, he's definitely a Heat fan.
Game one. It's hard to take game one.
I said this here already. Right early, I was like, I wasn't worried about them when Boston was up early. I was like, show me the second half of the third quarter and on. Show me the second half of the fourth quarter, what that game looks like. And I'll let you know if I'm worried if the Miami Heat are down by goddamn 10 points. They just won by 8. This is going to be easy work. This is going to be light work, people.
Hey,
so you want my answer? You want my answer? Let's have it go. Heat in 6. And I want to say Heat in 5. I hate Boston. Fuck Tom Brady. Yo, listen. I hate Miami and I hate the Heat. I hate Boston even worse. I hate New England. I hate that whole entire area.
one for the history, Heat and Lakers. Never 2 8 seed that ever went to the playoffs.
No, he was 17.
That would be a
I mean, like Lakers was 17.
There was, but still.
Technically, it's a
rematch of the bubble.
But two teams out there were in the play-in. These are 2 play-in teams. See, somebody said that Van Gundy actually said that this kind of downplays the regular season. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. This puts more emphasis on the play-in tournament. Like, yo, you can be a 10th seed in the play-in tournament and make it there. And you know what this also shows you? That Mark Jackson and the Dallas Mavericks are some bitches because they fucking forfeited when they have Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic and they just gave up at the end of the season. No, they fire upon them. They ain't no love. Basura, dude. Here now. Y'all done woke up the beast. I'm here now. Listen, as long as the Heat keep winning, I think I have to hold on to that. Because it was bad luck for me, but it may be good luck. It may be good luck for the Boston Celtics series. But also, I have to tell you, I put my money on the Heat in the championship. They were like 6-1 odds or some shit like that. Hey, it was good enough to make me be like, you put my money on Denver and Denver wasn't such good odds.
Dude, what the fuck happened to them last night, dude?
They blew. Let's talk about that. The Joker was playing with his food. They blew out the Lakers last night.
No, and then the Lakers almost came back and stole it.
Well,
Now we got to see how this pattern goes because the Lakers had to make a massive.
It's like they figured something out.
Well, they did. So the last time they played Denver, right? The last time
And we still won. 2 chains, bitches.
Right? The last time. The last time they played Denver in the playoffs, they had like 4 big men to throw at him, and none of them were Anthony Davis. Right? They had such an arsenal of big men that they can kind of hide Anthony Davis and never have to worry about that head-to-head match or that 1v1 matchup. Early on in that game, that was a lot of 1v1, and Joker basically took that matchup.
Dude, he had like fucking 80 rebounds in the first quarter.
And like 19 rebounds in the first half. Listen, in the first quarter, he put up a game worth of stats.
Yeah.
By the first half, game worth of stats. So, in the second half, what they did is that they put Rua Hachimura on Joker. And what that did, it allowed Anthony Davis to now go back to his role from 2 years ago and be the help defender. Well, not just Anthony Davis and LeBron James being the help defender. So that's when the game took a pick up. That's when finish at the basket started to be a little bit harder for the Joker. So now that other counter is gonna have to be if you put Hachimura on me, right? I'm gonna work the pick and roll until I get Anthony Davis back on me, so that I don't have to worry about him as a help defender anymore, and I can just work him. But that was a big. That was a really big. No, you're right. That was a really big part of us is that the Lakers were able to see the mismatch, right, or see the adjustment, like how the Miami Heat did to the New York Knicks, right? Like see what's needed to be changed at the half, make that change implemented, and then start to use that to chip away at what the league. Now, unfortunately, they didn't come up with the W like the Heat did yesterday. You know what I mean? But they may have seen something now that they may be able to incorporate early into the next game, so that they don't find themselves in a 20-point hole early on.
Yeah, they have to. They have no choice.
Do you know the Joker has more career triple doubles than LeBron James? It's crazy.
That's bullshit.
Whoa. I can hear you. Put it up. Whoa, mute it. Thank you. Amateurs.
Amateurs? I know T since I was a little girl. I'll fuck you up.
The Heat did their thing. No, listen, the Heat did their thing today. Like the Heat definitely does it. Wait, yo, we gotta give the Heat their flowers, give them their roses, give them their props.
Can we put on some good music?
Right
For
it's sports time right now. After the show is on, because we can't put on music because that's a copyright issue. That's because there's no music played during the show. Yo, whose man's is this? Where did you get these rookies at?
You.
I brought them to here. I'm responsible for the neophyte. Listen, I'm gonna make. Listen.
We still talk to you today.
We don't talk. Right now, we don't talk what's going on. I'm not gonna be in any kind of trouble. Right?
You are.
How can I be? I wouldn't be in trouble.
Tom Brady's a fucking bitch.
I tell you, I hate Boston. I hate New England so bad. I so do. Like, I really do. Like,
And you know what? Tom Brady's a fucking bitch.
like all of it. Wait.
I'm from New York. And you know what? Tom
Me
Brady's
too,
a fucking
that's me.
bitch.
Tom Brady is a buccaneer.
I'm from New York.
I know.
Your
I'm
food
from
is there,
New York.
right?
Thank you, Doug. I'll be right there. It's my
Oh man.
I mean, like cranberry juice.
Edison.
Don't you regret not coming to the
Listen, I still feel like that. Listen.
I know Brassy. I want to send a shout out to Stephanie Brassy. She's been looking at our thing all night.
What's up?
I
Shout
just
out.
want to say shout out.
Appreciate you watching, but she's not the one watching right now. Right now, we got We got Ant from Dade watching us right now. What's going on, Ant from Dade? Yo, Miami, I'm not even a Heat fan. You guys did your thing tonight. You guys took care of business. And I'm gonna say it again for the third time tonight. But it's the first time that you're hearing it. And also call into the show. If you want to call it through Instagram, call it through Instagram. If they can call it. There's 3 ways to call into the show. You call it through Instagram. You call my personal phone line, or you call in through the Podbean app. Yes, folks, download the Podbean app and you call in through the Podbean app. Those are the 3 ways to join the show. Or you come down live to Sharkys, you stand right next to me, and that's how you join. I saw a lot. There's 4 ways to join the show. We here. You stay outside. That's it. Listen, we New York all day. Yo, BK all day on Broadway. Right? Those are 2 different boroughs.
Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
No, you're not. You're bringing negative energy to my podcast. Don't do it. Go ahead. I guarantee you it's gonna be foolishness.
Brassy had added you right when we started our live, right? We're just doing a podcast. And she was looking at her.
Why are we singling out one fan?
Because
Like how do you even remember this one particular fan?
Okay,
So
I'll tell you why.
Why are you so focused on this one particular fan that we have to bring up this one particular fan? What makes this fan more special than every other random idiot fucker out there? Then let's not talk about them.
Can I bring it up?
No, you said not special. For what?
Because.
Go ahead, ruin my show. All right. Talk dumb shit.
I don't think it was great.
To watch my show?
She's still no.
Okay, so what's it? Then she has done anything wrong, or she was watching my show. Anybody can watch. It's a live show, and it's to the public.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
You shared it on your social media. I shared it on my social media. So some people are going to watch. What the fuck is you talking about?
I don't have to remember.
Well, I do.
So why would she just put you in one time?
Who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
You
realize you are giving your energy and you are making up hypothetical scenarios on something that doesn't fucking matter. Stop it. You are making this shit up in your own head. You saw somebody join and you're making another scenario in your head. Stop it. Delete what? I'm not deleting anything. No. Correct. Check yourself. What I'm doing to you, I'll do to everybody. I'm the same way with. I'm the same way with ballers.
And we know something
Well,
that
I mean, it may be true, but am I being an asshole? Or am I just being terrible? Okay. No. Listen, if you're worried about foolishness, you're worried about some random fan that what is that? What do you?
Why would you stick up for her?
Who am I sticking up for? A random person joined the show and you're giving extra energy to. I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Buy something.
We have a public. I have a public show that people watch. What are you worried about? See, you are bringing outside energy inside my show. That has no significance here. This is made up shit right now.
That's why you have no followers.
That's okay.
I'll try to fuck out of you.
See, you're trying to be hurtful, and I'm trying to be truthful and helpful. We're 2 different people. I don't even understand what. Yeah, you sound like a child. I'm not telling you. You sound like a child. Because you sound like a child.
Yes.
And she's not the one watching. You know who's watching? You know she was watching earlier.
Oh, she's jealous. She's looking. She's trying to
Who
get me.
cares? Let them watch. What are you doing? You're doing what you. Oh my God. Yes, I'm taking up for her. No, I'm trying to tell you stop having foolish thoughts. You're doing what you love, and you're worried about somebody watching. You're being super foolish right now, and you're gaslighting a scenario that doesn't even exist. What do you think happens when you have a public show? People are going to watch. Everybody's going to watch.
I'll cut your show off.
You touch my shit and you will regret it. How about that? No, don't be stupid. Don't be fucking stupid. All right, don't be stupid. You know me better than that. Don't be stupid. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be stupid. All right.
I'll cut your show off.
Caleb, don't ever be stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be disrespectful. You know me better than that. Don't be stupid. Don't be disrespectful. Because you regret every second of it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Who you disrespecting?
Who you disrespecting? You're the one on a public format worried about people watching you.
You let it happen. You know what happened.
If you have a problem with people watching you, then don't be on camera or be on a public format.
Don't be an asshole because you're my best friend. You're being an asshole.
No, I'm being truthful. You just can't take the truth right now. I'm sorry. You don't think I got people that watch me that I don't like? I don't give a fuck. They can watch me all they want. What the fuck am I doing? They're watching me.
You're being an asshole.
No, I'm trying to be truthful. I'm trying to make you think consciously. Because right now you're not thinking properly.
Yo, my homework is not an asshole.
Now you're gaslighting shit. You like playing the victim too much. That's what you're doing right now.
Hello, bitch. Stop making me everything.
She's talking to her mom like that. Somebody's watching the video. Somebody's watching my show that she don't like, and that doesn't like her. And
Yeah, but she knew that.
she knew it was a possibility that can happen.
She knew that.
Well, she knew it could be a possibility. You're on a public show. What the fuck? What do you think would happen?
So, what's the trouble about?
That's what I'm trying to find out. But me trying to figure that out was not here. But now I'm being disrespectful to her. But now I'm just trying to make you realize you're thinking foolishly. Like any sane person is going to tell you that you're playing the victim and you gaslighting your scenario.
That's what I'm gonna do.
What's up?
Tell her to be up. Catch me outside.
Hey, Alex.
Oh yeah, it's
Alex.
it's when you pick up the suitcase, it's right there. Oh goodness gracious! I'm not talking to you. See, I'm gonna tell you the problem. I'm gonna tell you. Caitlin, the true sign of offense, you can never be mad at me for telling you the truth. If you don't want to be the truth, then you don't want to be my friend. You just want somebody to take up for you, and that's not me. And that's not nobody that I know. If you got to be held accountable, you got to be held accountable. We just talked about this with John Morant.
Before you fucking pick up the dresser,
You still coming up? Oh, so you want to ready? You're not coming up Friday?
I'll come on Friday, yes. But we're going to see Nagas for that.
Huh?
We're going to see Nagas.
Oh, that's it.
No, if I went to pick up the dresser, because she's yellow, it's like this high. I mean, what the fuck?
What?
One of my daughter's room.
What? I'm about to say, was it for the little one? That's funny. All right. Let's continue, as I say all the time, to roll up and roll out. Well, big up again to the Miami Heat Nation, to all Heat fans out there. I know you guys are out here celebrating. Like, shit. Like, Jimmy Butler is. Like, Jimmy Butler's the truth. Like you guys start chiming in. You guys let me know how you feel about Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler right now has been the Eastern Conference most valuable player so far. And I don't think anybody can deny that. Caitlin. The person you're worried about watching has stopped watching an hour ago. They're not the person viewing, and I've been trying to tell you that. Yet you don't keep listening. You keep trying to gaslight the scenario in your head. They're not even watching anymore. They were watching earlier. They stopped watching, and they've been stopped watching. What's the what are you still all why you still got your panties in a bunch for?
It's irrelevant.
We're supposed to be here enjoying ourselves. You let somebody else kill your vibe. Stick up for you. How? What's there to stick up for? Somebody watching you? What can I stick up for? You're on a public format and somebody's watching. What is there to take up? What is there to take up for? You don't even sound sensible right now.
Be cool. What's this?
So you want to come back and join the show and have a good time, or you want to sit over there and pout and gaslight and try to play the big stuff? Okay. I'm gonna start teaching you how to change your thought pattern. Like your inner voice is not the best.
I think she have like this back in the mind that there's people like watching her.
It's your inner voice. It doesn't matter if somebody's watching you. Your inner voice is your only thing that can make you put that scenario in a negative side. You understand this?
Yeah. She wants to know what the girl that is watching. Like,
okay.
Maybe it's like
it doesn't matter if anybody's watching you. Your inner voice is the only thing that can make that scenario negative. She's no longer watching. Yes, but who cares? You're on a, yes. What does that mean? So what is the significance of her watching? I saw it. Then you're always gonna be uncomfortable on camera then because they could be watching you anytime. So you're lucky. Okay, so put it this way, right? You are fortunate enough that you're on social media so you can see who's watching you to be comfortable or uncomfortable with it. If you make it to the platform, no, stop. Always function as if. Stop for a second. Always function as if. If you make it to the platform that you're going to make it to, what you want to make it to, which is on television, she could be watching you and you'll never know. You're telling me if you find out suddenly that she's watching, you're not going to become uncomfortable? That makes you unprofessional. Listen to me here.
I got you.
It's all in your head. It's your inner thought.
I know. But
listen, this is a life podcast that revolves around sports. I'll go left field any moment of the day and talk about
they're all gonna watch.
He's really good at football season.
I'm better than basketball season.
No, you're not.
Shut up.
Yes.
Listen, I love me some basketball. Listen, I try. Let's continue to roll up and roll out, right? Because as we talk about scenarios, right? It's a scenario that recently played out in the NBA where they had the NBA lottery, right? Panned out. See? Listen, I know you guys are like, yo, T, calm down.
You know?
Like, yo, T, go with T-Ham. Yo, T, you need to drop a Blue Chew commercial. Oh, man.
Forward,
I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm going to tell you guys this. I have never, ever been worried about losing a friend over telling them the truth. Because if you can lose a friend over telling the truth, they're never a friend. If you can't take the truth, then that means you can't live in reality. And somebody that can't live in reality, they really can't live in reality. We're going to see how tonight plays out. Tonight we're going to have a serious, deep conversation. Believe it, if you haven't understood this whole entire time, what being friends with T is all about, and we're about to learn very soon. This is why people actually love me. Because I will make you hate me to understand when you are out of pocket. Because like I said, this is why I said John Moran don't have true friends out there. Because if you aren't willing to lose your friends, to put your friends in check, then you're not a good friend. I'll say this again, right? This is why I say that John Moran's friend is not a good friend if they are just being yes men. Because if you're not willing to lose a friend by being a good friend, then you're not a good friend. And every friend I've had, I've been willing to lose to tell them the truth. Because the truth was way more important. It's okay. You can be mad. You can deal with it. You can be upset. I can deal with that. What I can't deal with is you not knowing the truth. See, a friend doesn't let you go on in your bad behavior. That's never going to be me. You don't promote bad behavior in my truest inner circle. See, she doesn't know my truest inner circle. Like she knows me from back in the day. We were good friends, but close friends. Really good close friends. She doesn't know that every day in the workings of talent. She's gonna learn today. She's gonna learn today. The full work. She's gonna learn today. You happy? You happy? You happy?
Let's Emmer effing go.
Were you here when I said it?
I don't even have time to say it.
When I was like, yo, I wasn't worried about the Heat being down right now. Like,
I see that as I left, actually.
yeah, I was like, when it gets to the final half, let's see how this works out.
And we're effing go. And, like, look, it's not just the Heat. It's also South Florida, Heat, Panthers. Like, Final Four, we had the FAU, University of Miami Hurricanes. We got South Florida. Heat are going up right now.
You forgot about FAU and UM. No!
Boca,
I forgot about them in the
See, that's
tournament.
happening.
What is it on fire this whole sports season?
Fire. Exactly. I mean, especially in the last 2 months.
And you still have technically Tua got a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Until he gets injured, of course. You don't have Tom Brady in Florida anymore.
No.
Wait, who's the quarterback up there? What? Tampa Bay.
Tampa is a spot. The East is crazy. We got Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Tua, and Mac Jones.
Florida's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
As we're going through this, oh man.
Yes. I'm saying. Again, it's funny, like the last Knicks regular Heat Knicks regular season game.
Caitlin,
I was in New York for that.
Caitlin, come here. Come here.
She's king on
So
Come here.
that was crazy. That game and she was friends with Paul Fallon.
My bad. Alexis, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get over here. Come here. Oh shit! Jason! Yo! I'm telling you, every day I see him is a blessing. Fucking love this guy. What's going on, nigga? How you doing? How you doing? Son! You Heat fan? Nah, get him out.
All right,
How you feel about Curry? Hey, you should have been like, oh my god, fuck that shit.
I've seen it, but I don't really care. So
Oh man.
Big son.
That's a big game to take. Man,
That's a huge game.
It's like taking the game from us. It's like
Exactly.
it sets the tone. It immediately sets the tone.
And what's messed up is like he said it. He said it like today. He's like, "Hey, look, this is our year, and like this is what we're doing. We're gonna take game one." And
Guys, I hope before game one, you took the odds
Yeah.
on the Miami Heat winning the championship. It was like 6 to 1 odds.
Yeah,
It was like 6 to 1 odds. It's like better 100 than 600. Maybe even more, maybe 12 minutes. Maybe 500. It may have been like 50 to win 600.
But even so, it doesn't matter. Like, it's like a lot of people down hard down here. Again, it's
Alexis.
back and forth, back and forth. It's gonna be
Of course, yes.
that was
so yeah, but
very
again,
long
back and
time
forth,
ago.
back and forth. That's gonna be
send me a picture of that. I'm like,
because we've got again, it's Heat, Panthers, Heat, Panthers, Heat, Panthers, Heat. Every day for the next like 7 days. That's what the schedule is.
And listen, and you know what's crazy? I ain't seeing friends one day at the Heat game, next day at the Panthers game. Next day at the Heat game, next day at the Panthers game, and I'm like, oh shit, I need a break. Well, it's fuck that. I'm not gonna express.
I'll tell you this, it's better than like in the last series. In the last series, right? So the rounds as they go. It was horrible that the NHL and the NBA don't respect each other, and they're like, "Hey, you got South Florida's franchise," and there were so many games, including potential closeout games and closeout games. We had Panthers on and Heat on same night, so we're sitting there, and then you know what? We fucking won them all.
Shit.
Won them all.
It was
We won them all. I know. But
It was
we won them all. 8 seed, 1 seed, same 8 seeds in different sports, same market. hasn't been done this way ever.
Same year, same market.
No,
Hell yeah, that's
same market.
never.
Look it up. You
Never.
see it?
Never. Listen, I can't.
Never. Yeah.
Because not even that often that even an 8 seed even makes it into the NBA.
No,
Exactly.
exactly.
Listen,
Well, again,
listen, I don't know last time the 8 seed made it. It was goddamn New York Knicks.
Again, and obviously, it's also different because of the play-in and that other stuff. But again, so the Heat are not a true 8 seed.
They're like
The Lakers are not a true 8 seed.
Yeah,
Well, no, they're better than like so. The Heat were the 7th seed.
Oh, no, yeah,
Come in right. They were 7th
He was
seed,
7th seed.
and we
lost
lost
the first one,
we lost to
fell to the
Atlanta.
8th seed.
Lost to
Yeah.
Atlanta, and then beat
The
Chicago.
Lakers won all their games and made it to the 7th seed. But they would attempt and made it to the 7th.
Exactly.
Holy
So
shit.
it's all messed up. But the reason with that plan, they all were able to come into the end. You know what? That like the plan, it's been validated. Like Adam Silver's decision to do that, it's been validated because multiple seasons you've had some superstars that hey, just let them get in the playoffs and then let's see what happens.
And that's how I feel. Wait, like I heard Jeff Van Gundy, he talked about he made some mockery of the regular season. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. It highlights your postseason because now you make it into the play-in tournament, you could be in a championship game. So there's no reason for you to ever give up on your season. Like I said, I said already here, it makes what Dallas Mavericks did look really bad because they tanked at the end of the season when you have Luka Doncic and you're like, and you didn't even think that, oh, we have a chance? A chance against this lineup? You see what LeBron James, I don't care if it's LeBron, but it's LeBron James. You see what they do? You have a chance? You weren't willing to give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
But they thought,
I agree.
thought that 1.3% chance
Right, I'm
of
trying to
getting-
get Wembanyama. Yeah,
Was way better.
I know it's Wembanyama.
Listen,
What
about your mama?
But I can't
Is that how you say it?
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama?
It's Wembanyama.
I can't even say
But
it.
I can't take credit for it because again, Hoffman and Crowder show, 560 WQAM, they say, and he said, I can't say his name, but it's Wembanyama. And that's what he said.
I call it
Wembanyama.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna come catch today. I'm gonna come catch today.
Which takes me right into the next topic is the NBA draft. Jeff Lottery, which we just saw. You saw before
So San Francisco first. So now, one of the
Greg Pop was in the top 150.
So yes, but here's the thing. They just and during the draft lottery, they were talking about the number one, obviously from France, Wembanyama, and this is a 7'5", 7'6" guy who has handles and is able to you dribble up, step back three, and then fake it, and then 3 steps like Giannis from the 3-point line. He's able to dunk it.
He's Giannis with a shot.
He's Giannis with a shot, and
Giannis
but
now
he's
with a shot.
even taller.
Yes.
Like so they said on that broadcast, they said that he might be. So he's probably
He is.
No,
But
he's one of the best prospects of a number one pick. First, they talked about in NBA history. Then they said in the history of sports.
Interesting.
So, they and so it could be, but you know how that happens. Like a lot of times it falls off the ball. It never meets the expectations of that. That can happen. But in this case, who knows? But it is pretty crazy what's going on. What? No, I'm just saying, what's going on?
Yeah, what's on? It's
Yes.
like with no, like it's I don't know about with what about your mama? They talked about his draft.
Wembanyama. Yeah, Wembanyama or Wembanyama.
Either one.
Either one.
They talked about his prospect being so high.
Yeah,
We've been hearing about this almost since the beginning of the season. That if LeBron James was in this draft, he'll be drafted above LeBron James.
Yes, but you haven't seen it. It's clear to me that you haven't seen his highlights. You have?
I watched his games. Yes.
You have?
Yes, I watched him play.
So that's crazy. Like, again, we don't know how it manifests. You know, have that talent and Django. But we don't have it on manifest. But if it manifests in the way that it is, like again, this is the next step of like your next argument of MJ, LeBron, Wembanyama. Like it could be that, right? Kobe. I mean, this will be. This is purported to be the next argument to that, right? For the next generation.
He's gonna be talk about his next great big man.
Right, you're right. But it may or may not happen. Right? It could be like a Zion, where not Zion, because Zion, you know, and as again, these are not my own takes, but you know, sometimes he's like a Shaq more so like, but he's like eating himself out of the league because his body can't handle whatever he's putting in, and like you know, he's pulling the ankles and whatever. But if
But he can keep his playing style.
exactly. Period. Exactly. So
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see him. And you know what though?
Yeah.
So I think we buried the league long enough. We may have mentioned it. I'm not sure. So the San Antonio Spurs won the first overall pick. Right now, whoever gets the second overall pick, you guys have a hell of a player. I forgot who got the second overall pick, but you guys have a hell of a player
The
too.
Pistons or I didn't pay attention either.
But-
because again, he weren't in it. But
If he has to go anywhere, I think San Antonio was the place.
well, San Antonio, definitely for the coaching experience.
Yeah, to think that you can get the best out of it.
But I know, and I don't really. Again, I didn't concentrate on it, but also the Pistons, who have a young core.
No,
They have a young core, and then the Pelicans, I think, New Orleans as well.
no.
I don't remember.
Well, actually, I have it up over here.
I don't remember.
So I'm gonna put up
Again, I wasn't
So I know Portland was in it.
right.
Okay.
I thought the Pelicans had a decent shot at him. Or I don't remember.
So yeah, so when it comes to, I'm looking at this, I'm like, if you had to get a big man like that,
But again,
in any system,
but he's not a normal big man.
No,
He's a
But
normal.
still,
He's a 7'6".
that's what I'm saying.
1, 2, 3, 4,
You get
5.
you get a big man like that in any system, right? Not in any system, but in a great Popovich system. In this particular system, and you're like, damn, he may just be great. Like you understand, like his
Right, they're giving you opportunity. Like, hey, look,
Like
if you have an opportunity to go to like again any great like Hall of Fame coach, and because the first pick in the draft for that, like in any sport, right? Any sport, you have the opportunity to go to one of the greatest coaches of all time. Because most often, if you're the number one pick, you are in a situation where like you're with some coach or some like whatever.
I'm not feeling each other because they don't like while he may add to their talent, right? They may just be such still disarrayed organization at this current time where it just may look good, but development isn't happening.
And the cohesiveness and just in the league.
Yeah, we know even if San Antonio Spurs aren't winning, we believe he is going to get the best development that he can probably get from a coach by having Greg Popovich as his coach, by having Tim Duncan to lead on, by having Manu Ginobili to lead on, by having Tony Parker to lead on. Like you have a slew of veterans, not just veterans, international veterans that know how this city works, coach works. Because listen, there's a lot of big men in this league, and I think that they would be better if they were just able to adopt the simple Tim Duncan fundamental. When I get an offensive board, that ball never comes down below my shoulder. It's always up here, either for an easy pass, it's better to pass from over your head where nobody can reach it, or it's for an easy offensive putback. These guys make themselves small and bring themselves down to point guard level, and next thing you know, it's a bad offensive possession on an offensive rebound. The phone lines are open. Call me when you're ready.
Hear that. But what I'll say also is that you still have that, but you're able to like again, it's a blessing in terms of like whatever. Hey, look, tell him. Hey, have a great night.
Oh,
I gotta
it's
go.
here?
My ride's here. I gotta go.
I
Okay,
appreciate
always
you.
a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate you.
It's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Have a great night. Hey, and and we're at the Heat.
Let's go.
Anyone wants to
Motherfucking
hate
Heat.
on Boston? Well, hey,
I'm hating on Boston.
We'll take it.
I can't stand Boston.
Carolina too. Hurricanes. Let's go.
I can't stand Boston. I really can't. So let's get back into this, all right? And I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah. What about your mama? Heading to the San Antonio Spurs. Couldn't have been a better destination if you had to write it on paper. If you look at all of the teams that were in the running or qualification to possibly get him. You understand, like, probably the second best team was probably Portland, if I had to look at it. Right? I was thinking about Damian Lillard and his scenario. But other than that, you're talking about putting in San Antonio and all of the environment that they have there, the culture that they have there. It's like being a Miami Heat at times, right? Or as a Knicks fan, wanting your franchise organization to get better till they start to mirror the Miami Heat. Like, you want this. So this is something that you look forward to. And for a young talent like that Wembanyama, right? Or for a young guy like What About Your Mama? You can't think of a better scenario to go to from a team that was losing or a franchise that was losing. Like I said, Detroit, nah, you don't want to go to Detroit. Like, I'm sorry. Like you just maybe you don't want to go to Charlotte. I'm sorry. Like, they have all kinds of organizational issues that not just starts from their ownership standpoint, the Michael Jordan trying to sell the team, but also from their current franchise player in the board that is just kind of when he goes to San Antonio, you know that he's not going to get just great coaching. He's just going to get great leadership as well, and he's also going to get great role models to try into adulthood. If you look at San Antonio and what about your mama, this has to be a win-win on both sides. You got to figure that San Antonio Spurs are super excited as we saw their reaction to get What About Your Mama, and What About Your Mama has to be excited as well too, to be able to go to a storied franchise as the San Antonio Spurs. We saw Tony Parker be excited because you could tell that was a destination that he was hoping for his fellow Frenchmen. Speaking of destination, we had a couple of coaches that got fired, which is crazy. We're talking about Doc Rivers being out in Philadelphia. We also got Mike Budenholzer out in Milwaukee, and we have Phoenix Suns letting go of Monty Williams as well. These are three of the coaches with the three best records, or three coaches that have had the three best records in the last 3 years. At least one of them has had the best record in the league over the last 3 years. And these are the guys being let go. But what's even funnier is that it's not just that these guys are the ones being let go. It's also that these are the first guys that are being talked about when it comes to coaching, when it comes to hiring a new coach. Because for the get over the hump reasons, that one team may be letting them go, there may be a hump that another team is looking at that's saying that, yo, they may be able to help us get over this. Now, the trade Monty Williams for, let's say to exchange Doc Williams for Monty Williams, are you doing a lateral move? To exchange Doc Williams for Mike Budenholzer, doing a lateral move. To exchange Budenholzer for Doc Rivers, are you doing a lateral move? Monty Williams for Doc, are you doing you understand what I'm saying here, right? Is that a lot of these teams are looking at the guys that they couldn't take their team over the hump. And they're going to possibly think about them as bringing their team over the hump. Now, another name that's being brought into the scenario is Mark Jackson. And while it's been 8 years now, since Mark Jackson has had a coaching job, which is completely, absolutely fucking fugazi. The further he gets from a viable coaching position, the more I think that he shouldn't be coaching anymore. Like, fuck it. Like, stay what you're doing and make money on TV. Like, why coach? I guess they say, like, hey, maybe I can do what Jason Kidd couldn't do. I can do what Mike Budenhauser couldn't do. I can help Giannis win Mike Budenhauser help Giannis win a ring. I'm sorry. My bad. Take that back. Maybe I can do Mike Budenhauser. Because anything less than a championship out of Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks in the next 2-3 years is getting me fired. All over it. Anything out of a championship out of the Phoenix Suns in the next 2-3 years is getting you fired. We got 10 minutes left in the show. We need to do trivia for this. Shit.
Okay, I got 1.5. The half count. No, the first piece of the half. I'm like, I
So it's interesting to try to see which head coaches are going to get rehired, especially out of those 3 teams that just fired their coaches when their coaches either won them a championship or got them to being the best record in the league or got them to an NBA championship. I honestly thought, I know we saw what's going on, Pepe. I honestly thought, right, that after Mike Budenhauser, I know Mike Budenhauser got fired, but after Mike got fired, when I saw that they also fired MyT, right, I said to myself, there's no way that Doc Rivers keeps his job. It's almost like he saw the writing on the wall. Because if they're willing to fire, I guess my bad. I jumped the gun. When I saw even after I saw Mike Budenhauser get fired, I honestly thought that Monty Williams would get one more shot. I honestly thought Monty Williams would get one full year of having Kevin Durant, at least one full year of having Kevin Durant. Allow him the opportunity to put him in his system properly, to truly implant him into the system, coach him up, tell him what you want, get in his ear, motivate him. Nah, you gave him half a season. Now, I know they went to a championship before then. I know they've had a couple of downfalls, but Monty Williams is only about 3 years into his contract. This is his first year with Kevin Durant. Half the season with Kevin Durant, and he's gone. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. But once you saw a coach that just won a championship 2 years ago get fired, a head coach that just went to an NBA championship get fired, you kind of knew Doc Rivers was going to go. He hasn't won a championship, and he hasn't even taken his team to an NBA championship yet. He's not this team, and not any team since the Boston Celtics. So you kind of knew he was going. But it becomes almost comedic when the first names that you hear about in the coaching carousel for all of these teams looking for a head coach happen to be these 3 guys. The 3 guys that couldn't do it with Joel Embiid, MVP. Giannis Antetokounmpo, MVP. Kevin Durant, MVP. Now you guys are going to bring them into your regular scenario and hope that they can be the guy that changes it. If they couldn't do it with guys that we consider in the top 10 in the league, What makes you think they could be able to do it, guys in the top that fall between 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40? We'll keep our eyes on the draft lottery. We'll keep our eyes on the coaching carousel because I think we already know who's going to be the number one pick. Like, when San Antonio gets on the clock, I don't need 5 minutes to pass. I need them to announce their pick in 30 seconds. Who needs to give me some suspense is pick number 2. There needs to be no suspense from pick number 1. None at all. Who else we got here to talk about? We got nobody else to talk about. And I think we're coming out to the end of the show anyway. I got my homegirl mad at me, but she's just going to have to be mad. I want to thank you guys for listening to the show. This is Down with Omar Taylor of the MyT Sports Podcast, and we are out of here. A lot of you guys are going to hear music. Actually, who's going to hear music? Only podbean. Everybody else, it's the end of the show. We gone. Thank you for listening.